What's up, everybody? Episode 326. Welcome. What's going on this week, man? It's been a pretty slow and long week. We got Jamal Murray. Should he have been suspended or not? Talking about Pat Bell slap on the wrist. Uh, More NBA playoffs recap. We got a battle of the wars this week between J.J. Watt, Austin Rivers, Pat Riley, Jimmy Butler, Shaq and Shannon Sharp. Suns coaching changes, Lakers coaching changes, and Rashid Rice added again. That and more. Episode 26 is starting now.
All right. Good morning, everybody. We are here. We are live with the Red Rail Sports Show, minus our fearless leader who received his doctorate yesterday and who is an official Reverend Doctor now. I want to say good morning to everybody. Good morning.
Let me say one more
Yes, sir.
thing. Also, we are dedicating episode 326 to fellow Falcons fan, Atlanta Bird game alum, Fort Valley State University alum, Eddie Carswell. We miss you, brother. We love you.
Yeah,
Passed away earlier this week.
Yeah, I saw that, and it was kind of a pretty bad thing. I saw people were just talking to him on Facebook this week, not too long, and he's always one of those guys who had his opinion, who talked his talk, and he was steadfast in what he did, and it just shows you, man, life is fleeting. You never know what could happen from day to day, and we want to say rest in peace to Eddie Carswell, who was a part of several sports groups around the Facebook land, and like I said, who did a lot of good talking, and who was one of the more vocal Falcons fans around. So we just want to say God bless his family, and may he rest in peace. Yes.
Condolences to his family for sure. Condolences to his young children. Condolences to his wife. Like I say, he was just an outstanding brother, full of life, especially when it comes to his sports teams, representing Georgia sports teams to the fullest. I mean, if you said anything about Georgia sports teams, you have to deal with Eddie. He invited so many people on to Atlanta Bird game, debated with him in plenty of podcasts, especially post game after the Falcons game went off. Me and him, we usually do our little podcast together, go on live on Facebook. So, like I say, left a lot of heavy hearts in Atlanta Bird game this week. And all contributed to our boy Eddie Carswell. Rest in peace, buddy.
Amen. Yes, and like I said, sad day when you lose somebody who was a part of a lot of things that goes on as far as the Falcons and everything else in Atlanta sports. So everybody's gonna miss him. All right, let's move on. I'm gonna jump right into it. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. My number 326. I don't know if Red gonna like this one, but he one of my favorites. He one of guy who used to play back in the days, play baseball. One of the players for the rival New York Mets, who was one of their big two outstanding players, along with the doctor, Dwight Gooden. Both of them revolutionized the Mets, got them to a championship, and he's going to be inducted into, I think, their Hall of Fame or something. Number 26, Darryl Strawberry. He's a three-time winner. The World Series winner, Darryl Strawberry, is number 26, and that's our 326 for the day.
Yeah, I like Strawberry, coach. I don't like team play for, but I ain't had no problem with Darryl. I mean, him and Dwight, all them drugs they did, man. Shoot, they could have been so much better. I mean, these guys, they could have been, instead of the Mets Hall of Fame, they could have been in Cooperstown Baseball Hall of Fame. They put the cocaine down. Lord,
Yeah,
I thought Ellis on Die Hard did a lot of cocaine. Lord, so I
goodness,
bring him a
good.
coke.
Gooden was on his way big. Both of them, like you said, were on their way big time, and they got derailed. But like I said, life is like that.
It's
So
I
unfortunately,
think the end of the ESPN documentary, a 30 for 30 on these guys.
probably so. Oh yeah, they're in there. I want to invite everybody to please share the broadcast wherever you are, wherever you may be. Share the
Smash the
broadcast so
like
we can get
button on
people.
YouTube.
Hit that button. Let's welcome the Reverend Knight Nation. Let's see who checked in with us this morning. We got a few people who have jumped right in there. Eric Parker, what's up, y'all? What's up, Eric?
What up, Eric?
The VP in the airport, as always, ready to slam down the gavel to begin another 5 session of TRSS. Rev Knight Nation rise up. He's speaking to Eric. Eric speaking back, and he says R.I.P. to Eddie, who like I said, who passed away. The basement. What's up,
What's
Heat?
up, dude?
What's good, fellas? Sorry for your loss. Vincent Woodruff, the VP said, send condolences to his family and his family. Jerry Martin, good morning, everyone. Rest with the creator, Eddie Carswell. And the VP, like the guy that we just talked about, the straw, Daryl Strawberry. And he said he had one of the quickest hands with that bat. Drugs messed up him and Doc for potential multiple chips with the Mets. Yeah, they were on their way to being possibly become one of the better team, a dynasty almost, with those two in the lineup plus others. But unfortunately, like you said, drugs intervened and came in, and now they are, like I said, when you get on 30 for 30, ain't always a good thing, but hey, they were on there. All right, let's jump right in. Dope, no cope. We got three things. We doping on something, we noping on something, and we're coping with something. Red, we'll start with you. What are you doping on today?
Well, the Tom Brady race, the Tom Brady roast. You can find dope, nopes, and copes all through that, all through that with Coach. If you watch that whole thing, you can have a whole dope, nope, and cope with that entire program. But my dope moment goes to a guy who wasn't even at the roast, but he commented on it. And he said he was going to stay away for this particular reason. My dope moment goes to Eli Manning. Eli Manning, who said, I'm not going to go and roast Tom Brady a third time because I already roasted him twice in the Super Bowl.
He did. Yeah.
My dope moment goes to Eli Manning. Still getting up in Tom's butt. Eli, you going to soak that up for the rest of your life for your 2 Super Bowl rings over Tom Brady. Now, honestly, Eli, I can't blame you. I do the same thing. That's possibly why you're going to get in the Hall of Fame. Those 2 wins right there are going to be the reason you go to the Hall of Fame. But anyway, Eli Manning still letting that personality loosen up after his playing career. You were so stiff doing your playing career, Eli. Now you just so out there. Boy, them Manning brothers, boy, they fool us, man. They make us think they all, boring and stoic and classy. Nah, they are some fools. Paying you a fool and Eli, you a bigger fool.
Hell yeah. Yeah, they coming. Eli's come out of his shell, I guess, because Peyton is crazy. So Eli say, I guess that's the way to be. I'd be crazy too, and say little slick remarks. So yeah,
Boy, I was thinking about his remarks when he was playing. Now they really even both slick because he had them little slick remarks. You ain't think too much of it because of Eli Manning, but
yeah, that's right. All right, my dope moment goes to one Charlie Condon, outfielder for the Georgia Bulldogs, who set the NCAA record, the modern era NCAA record, hitting his 34th home run in a game the other day. And he's hit a home run in 8 straight games. So, and right now, the way they're talking, unless some miracle comes about, he is going to be the number one pick in the draft. I mean, the draft, Major League Baseball draft, is so suspect. It depends on what a team needs. They might not need a hitter. They may need a pitcher. So, but he's going to be in the top 3 regardless, no matter what, because he's killing the ball. And that's Charlie Condon, plays for the Georgia Bulldogs, hit home run number 34. And like I said, he's not finished. He still got some ways to go, still got some games to go. So he could possibly add to that. So, I mean, he is raking the ball. The one he hit the other night was pretty deep. So we'll give Charlie Condon his props. All right, Red, what are you noping on? I think your note might be the same as mine, but we'll see.
Let me see. What am I noping on? I am noping on one. Nope. You noping on Gilbert Arenas?
Not him. Oh Lord, that clown. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. I'm noping on one. Gilbert Arenas. First of all, you criticize Rudy Gobert for missing the game to witness the birth of his child. Then you still just running your mouth, come out here talking about all the NBA players pay their girlfriends $60,000 a month to keep quiet. Dude, first of all, even if that was true, why are you disclosing the information? And number 2, Gilbert, don't assume everybody, all NBA players, all athletes treat their girlfriends like you. Don't assume that it's always a business arrangement with every athletic relationship. Some athletes really do care about their girlfriends, Gilbert. Just because you want to mess up your relationship life, just because you want to go out there and mess around on whatever one of the Govan sisters, I know the other one married Derek Fisher. One of them got Derek Fisher beat up, and the other one got Gilbert Arenas out here just talking mad crazy. Gilbert, dude, keep your personal life personal, but don't extract your own personal life on everybody else's personal life. You want to pay your girlfriend $60,000 a month? If Shaq or some of these other guys want to do it, fine. But don't speak for every athlete. And please don't speak for a man missing a game to go witness the birth of his child. You moron. I mean, do you have any sense of family, brother? I mean, boy, you are just a doggone idiot, and I wish you keep your mouth shut. I don't know who decided to bring you on a podcast, but dude, please go away, Gilbert Arenas. Go away. Nope.
I can get that. When he made that statement about the Rudy Gobert missing the birth of his first child, he go play ball. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, Gilbert. You like basketball is not gonna be there when he gets back. I said, this is the birth of this man's first child, and it wouldn't matter if it's second or third. It's still a birth, and you want to be able to see your child get born. Maybe you didn't, but yeah. Hey, you know it's ridiculous. Oh boy, my no moment goes to one Matt Eberflus of the Chicago Bears. Matt, I got a question for you. What did you think you would gain by naming Caleb Williams the starter this early? That's the worst kept secret in American history. Really, Matt? Who's your backup? I give anybody without Google to tell me who the backup is. I'll beat you to it. It's Tyson Bagent. Anybody ever heard of Tyson Bagent? Come on, man. Come on. Who is he? And Eberflus thought he'd be this big pronunciation. Yes, Caleb Williams is our starter for the season. Really? Really, Matt? You had more options? You gonna make a trade for Aaron Rodgers? You gonna find somebody else to put in there? Yeah, Caleb the starter. You drafted him number 1, and you got nothing behind him. So of course, he's the starter. Big whooping deal. So Matt Eberflus, I feel for you, but hey, you thought you need to make that public. So you get my note for the week. God bless you, sir. All right, Red, what are you coping on?
He better hope they have a good start, because he may not survive the season if they don't. Okay. What am I coping on? I'm coping on Ron Washington.
Oh,
coach. Man, I mean, I know you want to have another chance of leading your own team, coach. I probably don't say this before, but man, just not having no good luck over there with Anaheim, man. Now, let's start off first. You lose Otani. Then Mike Trout goes down with some fluke injury. He's out for probably the whole season. Then you got no passion. Anthony Rendon. He's on the 60-day injured list. So 3 of your highest paid players from last year are all gone from the team right now. Rendon, Trout, and Otani. Not to mention your pitching is one of the worst in Major League Baseball with a team ERA of 4.79, pretty much at the bottom of the league. Then your record is 14-25, last place in the American League West. Run, oh run, oh run. Why did you leave the Braves for this drama right here? I know you wanted to coach your own team again, but these ain't the Texas Rangers, Mr. Washington. These are the Anaheim Angels. And maybe you should have waited for another team with a little, probably better winning history in the last 20 years to go coach. But I'm here to tell you, Ron, Angels are going nowhere. And I hate to see you I hate to see them drag you down with it. And that's what I'm coping with, because that's exactly what they're going to do, Mr. Ron. The Angels are about to drag you down with them. And I got to cope with that because you're such a good coach. You're one of the best coaches in Major League Baseball. And I'm sure, Coach, we all hate to see you suffering over there with that team. Please get out that contract and come back and even just be an assistant coach on a winning team, because you don't deserve it, Ron.
Yeah, Ron got there. He came in with all the expectations and everything that he was going to make Las Vegas, Anaheim, whatever they are, Angels better. But injuries and a couple of poor performances has sunken them to a new low. And right now, Ron is probably smoking more cigarettes than a Marlboro commercial, because he's probably just sitting there like, what have I gotten myself into? I don't know if I'm going to make it through the year. I don't know if y'all either.
Yeah.
But my coat moment is for the National League East. I'm here to tell y'all right now. Acuna hit a home run last night. Matt Olson hit a home run last night. It's about to happen, National League East. Yeah, everybody been talking about what's wrong with Acuna. What's wrong with Matt Olson? Stay tuned. Yeah, because it's about to get ugly right now. Those two, I can see it coming. I always tell y'all, check with me in Memorial Day when you want to talk about the standing. Then these two are about to make a run right now. And next thing you know, you're going to hear them at near the top of everything. You're going to see the Braves back in first place. Even though if they stayed in second, I wouldn't be mad. That way they get that game. They don't have to worry about getting that time off. But that's another story. We'll deal with that later on. But National League East, especially with the Mets, the best team to start making those two making their return to greatness is against the Mets. So they can punish them, and then they got them on ESPN tomorrow night. So here it is. It's time. Acuna and Olson, and until a lower extent, Austin Riley are about to make their comeback, and the rest of the league better get ready, because Ray, the big baby, your big buddy, is killing the ball still. Ozuna, he said, "Hey, y'all forget about last year and all my problems. I'm gonna show y'all I'm back, and we don't need another DH." So, yeah, National League East, get ready. All right.
Yep. Warming up now. It's been a little cold. That's what it is. It's been a little cold lately. Wait that hot, that warm air get here.
Yeah.
I think I see a tear about to come on.
Yep.
We know we good for a good winning streak during the year, so
you know how they do it. The basement said, talking about Strawberry, him and Dwight Gooden was a heck of a punch. And the VP said, I think Steinbrenner made sure they had easy access to them drugs. Oh, Lord. Winston Thornton, the eye test. What's going on, Winston? What's going on? Smash that like button. R.I.P. to Eddie Carswell. Rest easy, brother. You've done well. And the basement said, I know that's right. The VP said, dope, the Las Vegas Aces playing an exhibition game against Puerto Rico in Columbia, South Carolina today. He on his way home to attend the match. Asia Wilson coming to show her professional greatness.
That team I want to see. Yeah, I'm a Chicago Sky and Indiana Fever fan.
Yeah, I should have. My coach should have been with Cardozo being out 4 to 6 weeks.
Oh man, God.
Yeah, she got a shoulder injury, so she gonna be missed, and half the season might be gone by the time she come back. I hate that for her because no, she's looking forward to doing great things.
Angel will be out there looking pretty. So.
Jared said I'm doing on Anthony and Manels. I hope Minnesota wins the series. We're gonna get to that in a few minutes. VP said nope. Tom Brady scolding Jeff Ross at the roast. Jeff was poking everybody at Robert Kraft regarding the sex scandal. Tom, did you forget that this was a roast? Everyone is game. Yeah, everyone pretty much game in that one. I mean, they didn't miss any.
He should have scolded a lot of more people than Jeff Ross. He should have scolded Kevin Hart a few times.
Yeah, Kevin Hart went.
Yeah,
he went a little deep too. Kevin Hart went deep too, and then they started talking about Aaron Hernandez and Tom Brady's ex-wife. Yeah, that was one of those roasts.
Aaron Hernandez shots, man. I'm like,
yeah, that was one of those roasts that they said don't hold nothing back, and Tom Brady just took it with a smile and kept throwing back whatever he was drinking on and saying, "Hey, y'all say y'all gonna roast me, y'all ain't playing."
Water. Tom, you just drinking water. You ain't fooling nobody. You ain't no drunk. But I'm just saying, I hope they do other. I hope Tom Brady ain't the only one they get. I want to see some other athletes get roasted. Like Tom, not even my favorite athlete. I want to see somebody that actually cool would come up on there, like maybe a Shaq or man. LeBron might have to do one of these.
I don't know. They might be a little sensitive. May not want to do that.
Like LeBron, but they would kill. I'm pretty. They would kill LeBron.
Oh, it'd be all over. Everybody be coming out of everywhere saying they want to be a part of that roast. That roast might last about 4 hours. Everybody trying to sneak their shots in against LeBron. All right.
Like Coach Ham come in and sneak a few shots.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Wait a minute. Okay. Jared said I'm noping on Patrick Beverly. Really do. Yeah, we're gonna get to that in a few minutes. Eric says Chicago Bears have been a screw up for a while. Yeah, they hope Caleb can bring them. This new lineup can get them some kind of help. Can try to do something. Winston Thorne said, congratulations to the Reverend Dr. Harris. Big ups to our co-host. And he had an eventful Friday. He received his doctorate after all that hard work, which is why he's not here today. Want to wish him congratulations and have him and his mom and his daughter safe travels back home to their destination, because I know they're leaving. And right about now, they should be on the plane leaving. So he might accidentally pop in, but we wish him well and congratulate him on that achievement. So Vince, the VP said those Hernandez jokes were fun. Yeah, they were kind of hitting below the belt. But hey, it's a roast, so nothing is off limits. And Jared said the Tom Brady roast was great. Netflix paid Tom Brady $25 million to do this roast.
Oh, man, okay.
I would have taken the jokes too. $25 million. Yeah. Just keep my cup full, whatever. Coke, Sprite, water. I don't care. Just keep my cup filled so I can just sit there and laugh and enjoy it. And Ron Thomas said, "What up, Red?" Ron Thomas in the house.
What's up, Ron? What up, Ron? Like I say, this can't be the only athlete they do. It need to be some other athletes. So, but like I say, it's got to be LeBron. LeBron might have to do it, no matter how sensitive he is, because who else? I'm saying, what other big? It's gonna have to be a big name. That way, you can get some big names to attend the thing. So, LeBron, you might have to get roasted. After your playing career is over, man. And hey, all I gotta say is You asked for it. So don't be just scared. Go ahead and sit down and let's hear let's see how we really the athletes and the coaches and your peers really feel about you. I want to see it. So LaQueen James, you next, buddy. You next. I want to see a roast. And don't be running away from it because you know Netflix gonna come call. If they call Tom Brady, you know they're gonna call you, LeBron, and you about to retire soon in the next 2 or 3 years. LeBron, you know they're gonna come calling. So don't run. Just accept the deal. So Red can sit back and be vindicated when everybody come on that roast and say everything that I've been saying for years. Okay. Can't wait, LeBron. I'll be there.
So now, I wonder would they ever do a Michael Jordan roast?
He's another one. That's what I'm saying. They might Jordan might hold out for 50 million. You pay me 50 million, I'll do it.
Yeah, he might be past his roasting time. I think
Jordan, Pippen, what stuff Pippen and everybody don't say it about him lately. That's all they be talking about.
Yeah, well, Scottie Pippen, they can't roast Scottie Pippen or anything. Let's see. Jerry Martin say he getting paid. Yeah, he is. He got 25 mil. James Holloway said, fellas, what's up, James? What's going on?
What's up, James?
BATL said, hey, Red and friend. Hey, B.
How you doing, Miss B? Thanks for coming.
Jared said, no, I want to see the Scottie Pippen roast.
That's a roast. Well, I mean, it just be folk clowning them. I don't think nobody be there talking good about him. I tell you what about Charles Barkley?
Yeah, that'll be another one they can put on there. Barkley might say something back though, because he crazy, so you don't know what you're gonna get from him. Barkley don't hold no punches about anything, so he may say something back. Winston Thornton said, yeah, Brady said Netflix offered 25 mil to talk about his ex-wife. Ask any divorced parents if they were in his same situation, would they not do the same? I don't blame him.
Giselle, before Ron Washington, Giselle was gonna be my coach. Boy, they killed her. I mean, woo, did they get on her?
Yeah, she took a beating. She took a serious beating.
Her and that karate teacher, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, what Kevin Hart said about the karate teacher, that was just wrong. I'm like, Kevin,
somebody say they've been hanging out all that time. All she got is a white belt.
Yeah. He said, you don't have no 7 karate classes in a day. I said, come on, y'all wrong for that. Leave Kevin. I said, leave her alone.
Oh my God, Giselle probably don't want to look at that one,
man. The president is here. Thomas Holcomb said, good morning, gentlemen. I was swimming the English Channel without using my arms. Just call me Bob. You know what? Here you go. He back again. Call you
round in a minute.
He back again. And Jared said Barkley is Bama. Yeah, he's Bama, all right, but still, they'll still get him. He's there. He'd be a good one. I was gonna say Ray Lewis, but I don't think it's enough. That might be with Ray Lewis. I mean, he might be a.
I doubt he'll come with his son in the way and all stuff. He been out the. You notice he been out the limelight for a minute.
Yeah, he been real quiet. Like it's just certain people where you can do one of these roasts and it'd be like.
I'm telling you, LeBron is probably gonna be. He has to be one candidate. It got to be somebody that big.
Yeah, he coming.
Maybe Pat Mahomes in a few years.
Yeah, I don't know because too many people like Pat Mahomes. I don't think he done nothing. Well, nothing to get disliked. Really, they like him, but now I'm still.
His daddy, you can roast his brother.
Yeah, oh Lord, they're getting him and his stupid antics. Who knows? But now, Pat Mahomes, I didn't think he'd do this. He was on WWE wrestling, and he was wearing his Super Bowl rings, and he took his rings off and gave them to one of the wrestlers so he can hit another wrestler with him with the rings on. And I was like, wait a minute, Pat Mahomes, you playing the bad guy all of a sudden? And he missed and hit another dude. And I know them Super Bowl rings heavy because dude's face was kind of scarred up and had big red marks on the way he hit him. It was cut up. I said, see, them rings ain't no light ring now. This was heavy ring. And I didn't think Pat Mahomes would do that. I think somebody like Travis Kelce might be there for that, but they were in Kansas City, so.
Remind me of that movie Dutch, when Al Bundy put that ring on at the end and hit the baby daddy like, bah! You just saw that big ring down.
And
that movie Dutch with Ed O'Neill.
Yeah, he talking about Ray Lewis. They could take a stab at it. You know what? See, I'm not messing with you today. We're not messing.
I ain't gonna mess with that one, Thomas.
Oh Lord! All right, let's move on. We know that Jamal Murray decided that he wanted to be a shot putter, or I don't know what he was doing. Clearly, he was frustrated at game 2 when he was shooting 2 for 18 or something like that. And next thing you know, he decided to throw a heat pad on the floor. He threw a towel at the referee. Ain't no telling what's next. If he could be like we talk about WWE, next thing you know, he could have thrown a chair at the referee. Who knows? He just was that frustrated by that Minnesota defense. I think he made them. Now I'll say this. Soon as he touched the ball last night, boo, the Minnesota fan boo. But by the third quarter, them boos had shut up real fast because he was hitting everything that he shot now. And they was there. I guess they said, well, the booing ain't working. And then it seemed like they wanted to boo their own team. I'm like, well, how y'all gonna boo them? They up 2-1. They still up. Don't boo them yet. Denver just came ready to play. It's no big deal. So what do you think? Should Jamal Murray have been suspended, Reg? And how many games should he have gotten?
First of all, absolutely. He should have got suspended. Just one. I mean, he should have been suspended for this next game. I mean, I'm not gonna go egregious with it and say multiple games. I mean, what he did didn't justify multiple games, but it did justify the next game, him sitting out. I mean, like I say, if there had been some other players, they probably would have been suspended right away. Some of them probably would have been suspended multiple games. Some would have been out for the series. So, I mean, you just don't know. But when you chunk a towel at a referee, then you throw a heating pad on the floor doing players, I mean, dude, you are that lucky. One of those players then step on that heating pad the wrong way, slip up and fall, twist the ankle, tear a knee up, and just all kind of egregious things could have happened from those two incidents right there. You could have threw the towel on the floor, the ref step back on the towel, slip up, or it hit somebody you're not intending to hit. Like Pat Bell the other day. I'm pretty sure he wasn't intending to hit that first lady he hit with the ball. But sometimes in these situations, coach, intent doesn't matter. You did two things that should have got you ticks and should have got you suspended for the next game. You put players in dangers and you put referees in dangers. I don't care if it was small dangers. The fact that you still threw a heating pad on the floor during play, you threw a towel at a ref. I mean, who cares the towel landed on the floor by the ref? You threw a towel at the ref. You threw a heating pad at the ref on the floor. Dude, you were intending to send some type, whatever your intent was, you was intending to send some type of message where somebody got either hit with a towel or hit with a heating pad. I doubt you chucked it just to be checking it. You probably wanted to hit somebody with it because at that point, you probably don't lost your mind. So you lost your cool, you lost your mind, you did two things that definitely should have gotten you suspended. So, like I say, this commissioner, we're going to get in him because, like I say, talking about Pat Bell next, but that was a too lenient of a punishment, just a fine, no suspension. I don't agree with it. And then he come out, and who cares if the Nuggets are put in a bad position? That's what happened when players mess up. You hurt your team. So if Denver goes down 0-3 because Reggie Jackson is out and Jamal Murray is suspended, that's on them. That's on them. When we start feeling sorry for teams in disadvantageous positions. Sorry, this would have been Jamal's actions created that situation. This would have been all on him. So I don't want to hear nobody talking about, oh, well, the commissioner didn't want the team to go down 0-3. They didn't want it to be a competitive game. Hey, man, this would have been all on Jamal. So sorry, say that excuse. The commissioner, you messed up. Slap on the wrist was not called for in this situation. A suspension was definitely warranted, and you screwed up, commissioner, because now look at him, Jamal out there on the court thinking, look, Jamal gonna go on that like he ain't do nothing wrong. He bounced back last night, had a good game. He ain't even thinking about his actions that he did in game 2. He's moving on. Like you say, that crazy response he had in the press conference where he was like, I don't want to talk about it. Let's talk basketball questions. Dude, you threw towels at the refs and Keaton passed on the floor. What you mean? You know people gonna ask you about it. And did you man up and ask for, hold some type of contrition or take some accountability? No, you just stood there and act like it was an insult for us to be talking to you like that. Who are you guys talking to me? I'm Jamal Murray. I don't have to answer anything. Dude, I lost a little respect for Jamal Murray in that incident. I lost a little respect for Adam Silver. And if Denver gets back in this series because he wasn't suspended, I'm going to have some more things to say, because really, Denver should be really hanging on by thin ice, because Jamal Murray should have got suspended. He shouldn't have been available in game 3. And Minnesota, Lord, I mean, y'all helped the situation by coming out lifeless in game 3. But, man, I feel sorry because he shouldn't even have played. But I'm going to let Coach get his thoughts in. But I definitely don't agree with him not being suspended. It was nothing but a slap on the wrist from this easygoing NBA commissioner.
Yeah, somewhere, somehow, David Stern, like the guy said, rolling over in his grave right now, because I guarantee you what, if that was David Stern, he may have gotten more than one game. You never know, because David Stern didn't play with suspension. You do something wrong, hey, boom, bye, holla at you. We'll talk to you later. You do what you got to do, and then you come back. Because it was of nobody's fault but your own that you did the stuff. Nobody told you throw a heating pad. Nobody told you throw a towel. But then again, it was typical of his night going on because he was 2 for 18. So he couldn't hit the ref. He couldn't hit a basket. So, his night was going that way. He couldn't make a shot. He couldn't hit anybody. But it just, the matter of the fact, the whole thing is, if one of him players, even his own, has stepped on that heating pad, we talking about a groin injury for sure, because that heating pad gonna slide and they're gonna and he's gonna split. That's possibly a groin injury, possibly a ACL, a knee, or something that would have affected that series. And he should have been made to pay for it. You don't do anything like that. I mean, if a fan throws something on the court, what they do? Kick them out the arena and possibly kick them out for the rest of the year. They possibly lose their seat license or whatever, or their season pass, and they can't come back. If a fan throws something, at that point, he was pretty much a fan because he was stinking up the joint, couldn't hit. So, hey, now you put almost one of his teammates, I can't remember who it was, I think Caldwell Pope, almost stepped on it, but he was able to get it and throw it back out the way. Now, the towel wasn't that big a deal because it wasn't on the floor, but the fact that you threw it at the referee. And the whole ironic thing of all this is, they said, if it had been seen by somebody that he did it, then he would have been ejected and he's still been able to play the next game. And without even worrying about a suspension, because they would have ejected him right there. I'm like, my goodness, he should have been suspended. That warranted a suspension because of what you did, because you put players at risk. You can't do that. And he thought, and like you said, Red, that apology, man, he sounded like a politician. That was terrible. Instead of saying, yeah, my emotions got the best of me and I did something that was quite stupid, that almost affected both teams. I apologize for it. I just was having a terrible game, something like that. He talk about let's move on. Let's talk basketball. I don't want to talk. You did it though. Why you wouldn't want to talk about something you did? You know, come on, Jamal. And you have built up a lot of goodwill with people around because they saw you as one of those clutch players who hitting big shots and was playing well and doing this and that. And they said, "Oh, Jamal Murray, what a good story, what a good blah blah blah." Now it's like people looking at you like, man, that's what happened when you lose.
Yeah, I don't even want them to win the series. Minnesota better come out Sunday and kick Denver's butt. You cannot let Jamal Murray get away with this. You can't let him prevail. He has to go down. You got to pay for this.
Yeah, that's how they look at him. Like that's what we're looking at now. All right, let's jump in and see what the nation said. The nation got a lot to say. I know they want to talk about it.
Don't worry, we're gonna talk about Pat Bev next.
The president threw one in and said Caitlyn Jenner roast would be epic. I'm like, oh no, I think that one would touch some boundaries that they wouldn't have that on TV.
Oh my God, it's gonna be some folks gonna get canceled on that roast. And I'm surprised some folks that didn't get canceled on Tom Brady, but Caitlyn Jenner, they not gonna be able to hold back. There's gonna be some comments saying somebody gonna get canceled.
Yep. Miss BATL said, I hope Minnesota beats Denver. I can't stand Denver. I wanted them to sweep Denver. Think a lot of people. All right, we're going to get to that Wednesday. How you feel about Pat Bev? That's next on the agenda. He said, what's going on, James and Miss B? Brandon Flournoy, good morning, Brandon. Yep. He said Draymond Green would have been banned.
I agree, Brad.
His history would have just gotten him all scarred.
Yeah, he would have been out. Draymond Green would have been out for the series. And they probably would have said, you out for the next series too if your team prevailed. But Draymond would have been out for the series had he tossed a towel at the ref and a heating pad on the floor. You out for the series, Draymond.
Yep. Ms. BATL said exactly that. He should have been suspended. That's crazy what Jamal did. Winston said, I knew Jamal wasn't going to get suspended when the coach didn't get a tick. Yeah, Mike Malone ran out there in the face of the referee.
I mean, right up on him like he wanted to fight. Like, what's up, partner? When two or three people got to hold you back, how you don't get ejected out the game? I mean, that is crazy how they just let the Nuggets just get away with murder this week. I mean, Jamal Murray tossing towels and heating pads on the floor. Michael Malone pretty much challenged a ref to a fight. And not just a ref, one of the black refs. Like, dude, would you challenge one of the white refs like that? I mean, you all up in that brother's face, man. Man, if I'm that brother, I probably would have lost my job that night because you ain't going to be coming up in my face, Mike Malone. You want to fight? I'll give you what you're looking for.
Yeah, it looked like something out of Major League Baseball. You know how them Major League Baseball managers getting in their faces like that. That's what it looked like, a Major League Baseball situation.
That would be funny sometimes. But they be out of control too.
Yeah, Winston said Stern probably would have suspended him for the rest of the series. Yep. And it possibly would have been. Because Stern, one thing about him, he didn't play all that discipline violation. Stern was like, no. He didn't say a whole lot, but Stern would have been like, you got to go. Excuse me, we apologize. Now, speaking of suspending, Patrick Beverly of the Milwaukee Bucks, the Bucks were about to lose out. The series was over. And somebody hollered out the stands, 3-2-1 Cancun to Pat Bev, and he took an offense, threw a ball. He hit a young lady in the face. That first throw, I don't think he hit her that bad. I can see she laughed it off. But then he fired one back in the stands, and he got 4-game suspension starting at the beginning of the year. Red, do you believe that he should have gotten more?
You know, good well I do. I believe he shouldn't got more. I believe he should have got the whole doggone season, man. I mean, really, Pat Bev. I mean, dude, we have got to take you as an athlete should not even be entertaining anything a fan is saying in the stands, unless he's saying that special word, that magical word, unless you hear the N word, dude, you should not be worrying about anything any fan is saying in the stands. 3-2-1 Cancun. So what, dude? How long you been playing in NBA, Pat Bev? Is this the first? Let me tell you something. You've been playing a long time, and since you don't have any NBA championship rings, this ain't the first time you've been eliminated in the playoffs. So, I mean, this ain't the first time you've been sitting on the bench and you know you about to be on vacation. So maybe it's the first time you heard 3-2-1 Cancun, but dude, you are a professional athlete. Fans in the stands, that's why they in the stands, because they fans, okay? You cannot respond to some gibberish you hear in the stands. And not only did you respond in a physical manner. You take a basketball, throw it, you miss him, like most players do, because you can't shoot. Then you hit a young lady, then you get the ball back and throw it at the fan again. And I just knew Adam Silver was gonna come down hard on you. No, just another slap on the wrist, 4 little bitty old games, a little fine out the check. I mean, you're making $1 million something a year, even if you're making the NBA minimum. What's 4 games off a 82 game check? If you get 82 checks, what's 4 checks gonna do? So I mean, 4 game checks out 82 games, dude. Adam Silver, we need to start calling you Adam Slapper, because all you doing is just giving folks slaps on the wrist, man. Calling you Silver, you Silver Hawk. Yeah, call you Mr. Adam Silverhawk. The Silverhawks, one of the worst cartoon animated series out there. Those are the least animated heroes you want to deal with. And that's who you remind me of, a doggone Silverhawk, Adam Silver, because, man, you are not tough at all. Don't suspend Jamal Murray. You give Pat Bev this little small 4-game suspension. Dude, these are egregious things that have to be dealt with and punished correctly. I mean, so what's next? Somebody else get to toss the ball in the stands, and all they gonna get is what? 4 and 10 games. How is Pat Bev being suspended 4 games gonna have a player think twice about throwing something else in the stands? I mean, good Lord, if Pat Bev went in the stands and physically assaulted the guy, what would he have got? 10 games? 15 games? No, dude, you gotta send a message when these players cross the line. And we got Jamal Murray crossing the line earlier than way Pat Bev crossed the line first. You don't do nothing, and then Jamal Murray crossed the line, and you still don't do nothing. The problem ain't the players in the league. The problem is this little piss poor, weak NBA commissioner that we got. Dude, you are a joke, man. You got to come tougher than that. 4 games for Pat, no games for Jamal. Man, just a doggone slap on the wrist. Adam Slapper. That's what you are. Just nothing but a slap on the wrist. Oh.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me see what the nation got to say about that, about Pat Bev and his little cheap suspension, and that's what we call, because it was kind of let's see, let me scroll back up a little bit. Jerry said, great point about Jamal Murray and the lack of disciplinary action from Commissioner Silver Red. Let me scroll down some. A little bit. Winston said, yeah, Red, Malone would have caught his issues if he ran down on me like that. And he also said, Pat Bev, I don't know if I saw this, said that they said the N-word on his podcast, and that's what fired him up. I didn't see that.
Nobody else has corroborated that. If they said the N-word to you, Pat Bev, somebody else would have heard it. You weren't the only player sitting on that pitch. And from the distance that man was, had he yelled out 3-2-1 Cancun, you N-word, I'm pretty sure somebody would have said that. Everybody heard him say, sorry, coach.
Yeah, half the bench would have jumped up. Like, what?
Right.
No, I don't know. And then BATL said between Pat and Draymond, I don't know who's worse, but I like both of them. They don't play. And Winston said Pat Bev will still be eligible for MVP next season with that punishment. Yeah, he'll still be around. we got to get into a topic that I forgot, and that I guess we did, and I saw people talking about it. Wait a minute, let me go back. Jerry Martin said that was called the Silver Love
Silver
Tap,
love, yeah. That's what
and
he gave.
yeah, the president said at the end of the day it's all about the ratings. Not enough players with star power to mitigate any suspension. Fans wouldn't show up. Yeah, Silver.
Minnesota would have showed up, and they was at home. They would have loved Jamal to be out.
Yeah, but Silver seemed to like the ratings, though. I think he likes that a lot. Red, I know we forgot to talk about, and I want to touch on this real quick. Frank Vogel. Frank Vogel, the Phoenix Suns coach, was fired after 1 year. 1 year with Phoenix and the so-called Big Three lineup of Durant, Beal, and Booker. And he seemed to be taking the brunt. Well, he took the brunt of the punishment by getting let go. What's your opinion on Frank Vogel and his firing?
Disappointing. Yeah, disappointing and completely. I'm not gonna say shocked. Nothing shocking in the NBA anymore with the Silver Love Tap man running it. But definitely, I like that, Jerry. The Silver Love Tap. I think I'm gonna get as a new nickname. But definitely surprised. I mean, the problem in Phoenix wasn't the coach. The problem in Phoenix, this was a poorly constructed team. That's bottom line. And once again, you firing these coaches, you making the coach the scapegoat. Some situations I understand why the coach is fired. This situation, I didn't understand it at all. I mean, you team up Durant and Booker. Okay, you got two dogs. You got one in your back court, one in your front court. What was the point of bringing Bradley Beal to this team? I have no idea. I don't see where Bradley Beal fits in anyway. Number one, he was pretty much hurt the whole season. I mean, he was hurt so much they barely the big three barely played in any games together this season. I swear they just started playing in games after the All-Star break. Maybe that's when they went on a little run. But even still, that run, they were never gonna win a championship with this team fully put together. Okay, you don't have a point guard. You got no dogs in your front court. I mean, you got Nurkic and Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is more of a finesse player. Nurkic, well, we already see how Draymond treated him earlier this year. So if you depending on him to protect anything, he couldn't even protect himself. So like I say, the bottom line, coach, this is a poorly constructed team. You probably should have kept Chris Paul, and I don't know why you got Bradley Beal. Like I say, Bradley Beal showed me all he was worth when you decided to stay in Washington all those years not winning, decided to sign a $200 million contract with the Wizards. Dude, you're not a winner, okay? Bradley Beal is not a winner. So bringing him to the team wasn't going to do anything. Yeah, I'm sure he was frustrated because he wanted to get out of Washington, but teaming him up with Durant and Booker, that just was a bad mistake. If anything, personally, because I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but I would have understood Trae Young going to Phoenix more so than Bradley Beal, because at least that's a point guard, or DeJounte Murray going to Phoenix, because at least that's a point guard. But bringing Bradley Beal over there, I mean, dude, he's not a facilitator. He's a scorer himself. You pretty much putting a broke down Devin Booker on the team, because that's all Bradley Beal was before he got these serious injuries. So, like I say, it didn't fit. The matchups didn't fit, the team didn't fit, and you pretty much blame Vogel for it all. And I have no idea why. Frank Vogel's a good coach. He's a great defensive coach. The fact that these guys didn't buy in, that's on them more so than the coach. I mean, these players got to start taking some accountability. These players got to start taking some responsibility for their own actions and for the welfare of these teams sometimes. I mean, the NBA is a players' league. Players are pretty much in charge of this. So why if players are pretty much running teams in charge of what's going on, why are these coaches getting blamed so fast? I just don't understand. Find you a coach that fits the nature of the team and stop trying to put all these poorly constructed teams together and just hiring the coach. Say, there, you go in and make it work. You want me to make this work? Man, please. You gotta fire the GM. Some of these GMs are the ones that need to be getting fired. Some of these GMs that these know-it-alls that's putting these crazy teams together and expect these coaches to make nothing out of, to make sunshine out of nothing. I just don't get it. But Frank Vogel did not deserve to lose his job.
Yeah. And I'm gonna touch on a point. Kevin Durant showed us some blame, even though he's one of the greatest players. He's gonna be one of the greatest players of all time. But what has Kevin Durant done since he left Golden State? Nothing. Team to team, coach to coach, he's done nothing. He hadn't helped it. I mean, he's a great player, and you can't take that away from him, but his teams are terrible. He has 6 coaches in 6 years. And it's like, KD.
Well, I tell you what he did, coach. He don't got coaches fired. That's what he done. He don't been a coach.
With that. He didn't got coaches fired. And I ain't gonna put it all on KD, but it's not all on Frank Vogel either. No. It's on that team. And as a GM, I just throw all of them in a whole big pile. Say this team was poorly constructed.
James Johnson, LeBron, former therapist. You built this team.
Who was the leader of the team? Nobody. They didn't have anybody that was a leader that was gonna say, "Hey, look here, this was going on right now. We finna do this. We gonna do it this way." Nobody was a leader on that team. Everybody was just playing. And like you said, Devin Booker, no point guard. Bradley Beal, not a point guard. Kevin Durant, of course, not a point guard. So you got a team that on paper looks like, oh, they world beaters. But I go back. This is the same organization, Phoenix, who fired a coach that got you to the Western Conference Finals in Monty Williams. You had Monty Williams there. And, ain't no way you should have fired Monty Williams. If he was there with this group, I guarantee you it'd been a lot of things. It may have not have been as good, but it'd have been better. So you're looking at Phoenix as a team. It's not a destination for anybody to want to come to. Nobody want to go there now. They're going to be perennial. They'll win that 40 or so games. But as far as winning the NBA championships, it is not going to happen. It's not happening. So you can forget about that. And we're going to roll. I mean, it's just going to be what it is. Phoenix is going to be one of them teams that you just look at like.
They hired a new coach, if you want to talk about it.
Oh, yeah. Old Bud. Go ahead, Red. Talk about old Bud.
Yeah, like I say, Coach is right. We have absolutely no idea where this Phoenix team is going. I mean, now I'm here. I mean, you hire Coach Bud, sign him to a 5-year deal. After you still gotta pay. You still gotta pay Frank 4 more years on his deal. Now you signing Bud. Hey, this Phoenix owner, dude, you must just got cash coming out the wazoo, because I don't know where you get all that much dough. You must be filthy rich, man. You say you playing these coaches. You paying one coach 4 more years off Frank Vogel deal. Now you sign Coach Bud to a 5-year deal. And like I say, you have no idea where your team is heading to in the next couple of years. But for everybody saying they're going to have to make some moves because you can't bring the same team back, because you just going to, the same thing just going to happen. You're going to have to probably trade Brad Beal if you can find a trade partner. And who's to say Kevin Durant is going to want to stay around this mess? I mean, if y'all not going to be winning, why would he want to stay there? Hawks. Get on the telephone. Hawks. Lord. Doing, man. Get one of these guys over here. But anyway, like I say, Coach, I have no idea where this Phoenix team is going. And Coach Bud, I hope you have an idea. But at the end of the day, there's always a bar in Arizona, Coach Bud. So if it don't work out, it'll be a place you can go get you a Budweiser at. So, but still, I hope Coach Bud ain't signing up for more to just be a scapegoat for where this Phoenix team is heading. I hope they allow him to imprint a defensive approach in his team, But we just don't know what the team gonna look like, and are they gonna make moves or whatnot. But I know this: if you bring the same team back, Coach Bud or no Coach Bud, you're not going far. So you need to get rid of some finesse players and bring some dogs up in here and make this a team that Coach Bud will be worthy and proud of coaching. Because I'm telling you, Durant, Beal, and Booker ain't going far put together. And I don't care who you can. I mean, Coach Bud over there, you can probably bring him over there. You think you're going to improve the defense, but Beal is who he is. Booker is who he is, and Durant always been who he is.
All right. We're gonna go into halftime right now, and when we come back, we're gonna discuss the NBA playoffs. We're gonna have a Braves report, and then we're gonna do 5 for 5. So right now, we're gonna take a little pause for the calls. Go into halftime. Like I said, when we come back, we'll have everything taken care of. We'll be going into deep into the NBA playoffs, and we'll discuss it in detail each game, pretty much. So,
my thoughts on the Falcons mini cap too coming up.
All right, the mini cap. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back.
We'll be back halftime.
Yep. All right, we are back. Let me get this music out of here. Look, halftime is over. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back from halftime, and we are here. We are live back on the Red and Rail Sports Show. We have coming up with us, ladies and gentlemen, he needs no introduction, but I always want to give him one. He is the man on the Crush Sports Network. You'll see him every week in some form or some venue. You'll see him at a volleyball game, a football game, a basketball game, a pickleball game. You can find him anywhere. Him and the great E. Glaze somewhere covering sports for the Atlanta area. And like I always tell everybody, just in case you didn't know, he is the inventor, and I give him credit, of the Pooh Shiesty. Ladies and gentlemen, Maceo Hurd in the building.
Coach.
What's going on, Maceo?
Coach, glad to be with you, man. Coach, if it's sports related, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna cover it, Coach. You can believe that. I'm gonna cover it. No doubt about it.
Without a doubt, they're gonna always see you there. No question about it. You'll always be there in some form or another. Yeah. They're gonna be either you or the great Emmanuel Glaze.
Yeah, and it's funny. Glaze at Falcon Camp today. I was there yesterday. Glaze the other day, so he can have fun with that heat. He can have fun with that.
Yeah,
it's hot outside.
That's perfect segue. That should be the first topic after halftime.
It's hot outside. Woo!
I know
They
I
wait
know
for training
Tim
camp.
Tempest jumped up. They got a nice day out there. So hey, it's good working weather to get out there in that mini camp. Uh Rev and Maceo, you two are Falcon fans. Tell us what you think about the Falcons mini camp, the rookie camp, and what do you see coming up for the Falcons? Either one of you can
Well,
go first.
I'll start because Mason really a Cowboy fan. I'll represent. I'm the one to
But it's
represent.
my job. I gotta cover him. So it's it's
Yeah,
my
exactly.
job.
You
It's my
cover
job.
Yeah.
Yeah, see him and Rev, they part-time Falcon fan. I'm the bully one. I'm the one that take the field personal when we lose. But like I say, Penix, I like what I heard from the kid. It was a little 10-minute interview after practice yesterday, and I heard Patrick Peterson and another guy did a longer interview. I didn't get a chance to check that out. My boy James was telling me about. I'm gonna check it out, James, soon. But I like the kid. I like the throws he made at practice, even though we only got a small sample size. But I like what he was saying after practice. I like how he say, man, look, they only gave me a few plays to get into, but I'm going through the whole playbook. They tell me just study this right here. I'm studying all the playbook. It's like the kid want to be as prepared and as ready as he can be, and that's what it's about for him. Preparation is a big key for Michael Penix, and I like that. I like the fact that he seems like a kid that's gonna give it his all, gonna do everything he can. So when he on that field, he's got all the knowledge he needs to make it work. I'm just really anxious to see this kid go to work. Like I say, I like that the Falcons drafted him. The process to get him was kind of messed up, but the fact that he's here now, he's our guy going forward. And I know it's rookie mini camp, so you don't want to get too overly excited. But I say it's a good start. It's a good positive start for the kid.
Mate, you were at the camp yesterday. Tell us some of your visions, what you saw from the Falcons yesterday.
Dude, Penny's bigger than I thought. I didn't realize he was as big as he is. He got good size, and his arm is actually stronger than I thought. He got a gun, dog, and it's crazy. Just just pad and go drill, where they just getting the receivers legs loose. I mean, the ball just kind of, it just kind of sparks off his hand. It's funny because you got of course you got the draft picks, then you got the guys who are undrafted free agents, and you can tell that a lot of the guys from college to pro is a huge jump, because it's like, now you're getting yelled at because it's your job, and it's like, hey, when this period over, you got to get here. When this period over, you get here. But the thing I enjoyed about Penix most yesterday was just the fact that just nothing seemed too big for him. They would give him some, then he's out, boom, 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 boom. And you can tell that being in DeBoer's system, because DeBoer's system at Washington was a very NFL-friendly system, so he didn't have a problem with, calling the play. Usually go to these mini camps. The trouble most quarterbacks have is just the verbiage, calling the play, getting people in out of huddle. You had to tell people come back 3-4 times. They didn't have too much of that. I think they only did it maybe one time, and I think that was only because one of the receivers kind of went the wrong way, so they brought everybody back. But I don't take a whole lot out of like Ricky Minicamp spender until all the other guys get there. But the thing I can see from Raheem that's totally different from the way that Arthur Smith ran practice, everything is tempo. Everything is tempo. It's like they want to do everything like at a not so much breakneck speed, but you tell everything is about game speed. Like, so if we're doing it now, you don't have to worry about it in the game trying to all of a sudden, hey, let's get going. Coach Morris, again, you can tell from when he was here as a position coach to him being here now, you can see how much he's changed. I remember talking to him when he was just a receiver coach, and now like talking to him yesterday, he's really grown in the craft, and people here should be excited about what's to come. but also I think everybody you can feel the tension in the air yesterday, simply because we're sitting here. I mean, we've been told for a year now, hey, we were a quarterback away from this team because all the talent. You got this, you got this. So, and we get the news that Kirk Cousins is like 90%. So when they go to training camp, he's gonna be full gold. He's gonna have no restrictions, anything. So,
oh yeah, I'm sure he will, Maceo.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. But
Yeah.
the thing of the deal,
look at what the kid can do. He gonna be like, man, I got to be ready.
And that's the point. So nothing less than a playoff run this season. We need to wait this season, because again, you said you're quarterback away. Now you got the quarterback in Kirk Cousins. You paid him like he's the missing piece. Now it's time to go. So you can feel the tension. You can see, because a lot of the stuff that Coach talked about, a lot of stuff Fondo talked about. Listen, this team is ready to win now. Team is ready to win now, and you're gonna hear that all summer. You're gonna hear that preseason, and come week one, this thing need to be clicking. It shouldn't take us 4-5 weeks to get going. Now, week one, we need to be gone. So that's the buzz at OTAs at rookie minicamp.
Yeah, and I mean, you see certain things that trend you toward the positive light thing that are going on. Like you said, the precision that they're moving. Everybody's on the time. Boom, you got to get there. You got to get here. Boom, boom, boom.
Well, I want to see it once everybody's there. Once we get everybody there, because I think everything was so. This weekend is just about getting the rookies acclimated, how to get from the apartments to the building to the weight room time to to the field. So once you get everybody there, I think in about 2 weeks everybody will be together. That'll be the first. The whole team will be there. Now that's when I want to see. Okay. How this guy look with this guy? How does this guy look next to Grady? What the O-line situation gonna look like again? What does Bijan look like a year two? I mean, we saw Bijan at the volleyball game a couple of weeks ago. I asked Bijan, man, have you been in the weight room? It like you ain't been working out, Bijan. What are we doing, Bijan? So I mean, we want to see all these things, man. So once the team is together in like 2 weeks, then I'm gonna be able to start saying, oh, okay. Now I see what they got cooking.
Coach, put Maceo down for another appearance in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Come back and tell me exactly what he saw.
I mean, you look at and the what's the name, the undrafted free agents are there as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All rookies are there. All first.
No, they got to be there.
Are there.
And see, that's what I'm looking at, and that's what I want to see. Which one of those undrafted free agents are gonna shine and make that team?
Yeah.
Who's gonna be a surprise to come out of nowhere and say, "Hey, I got my shot. I'm not gonna blow it." Because just like you said with Bijan, doesn't look like he's been lifting any weights. Some of those vets might get a shock if they come in there half stepping, and one of those young boys come in and say, "Hey, I'm here to play. I don't have time. I'm trying to make a living."
I'm trying to
let Bijan come in there half stepping. I bet you that boy Algier, I bet he been lifting some weight. So Bijan, you better remember, you got 1,000-yard back that's sitting behind you. So I hope you're not taking your off season lightly. But if he does, Maceo, you better believe it's a rant coming from Red. Cause Red didn't even want you. So Bijan, don't force Red to be right now, because I ain't even want you. But you better be ready, man, because a lot of folks depending on you now.
But now, Red, the good news is everybody in the building has said, and if you talk to guys when we on these weekly calls, a lot of people have Bijan pegged as like the one guy that's gonna have a breakout this year. Like, I don't know what they see. I don't know who they've been talking to, but I mean, I mean, everybody when you talk to guys, they be like, man, hey, y'all watch Bijan year 2. I'm like, okay.
We're gonna be watching this. We got to.
Okay.
Took him 8. He didn't even have 1,000 yards. See, I say everybody acting like, don't get it twisted. Bijan did not have 1,000 yard season rush. He had 1,000 all-purpose yards.
Right.
But dude, guy we took before him in the 5th round had 1,000 yard rushing. So like I say, Bijan, I'm still waiting on you, baby. But I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you this year, this 1 year in Zach Robinson system. But hey, running backs come a dime a dozen. You ain't getting the job done, we'll find us another guy.
Yeah. And coach, to your point, real quick about you were talking about like the undrafted free agent guys. One of the things Raheem talked about all day yesterday, and one of his focuses this weekend, he was talking about how, listen, all the guys we drafted, like we've been scouting them for months. So he really is gonna have an eye on the undrafted free agent guys this weekend because he talked about how like we really need to find in this group is 40 guys, about 40, 42 guys, rookies that's up there. He said we need 4 or 5 of these guys to be able to play and be able to contribute.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is how you add depth. This is, you got to find like one of these guys got to be able to play. So, these are the hidden gems that we always talk about. Which one of these guys who nobody scouted or nobody thought could play or were worthy of being drafted. But, I mean, they definitely got the talent because they are in camp. Which one of these guys, I can't think of the corner name, long range guy, I forgot where he was from, but dude just looked fluid. Like, we always talk about, like, our airport team. Like, he just looked like he could play. And he was like, in and out of breaks, hips, making plays on the ball. I was like, man, who the hell is that? And why was he drafted? But we always have quarterback. It's just crazy because we don't know if maybe it was medical or maybe character or whatever that just caused him. But I'm gonna get his name by the end of the day. But that joker he had on 41. Dog,
41.
Fluid.
When I'm talking about get his name, pass it to me, Maceo.
Yeah,
so I can look smart when I say, hey, watch out for that kid.
Hey, his feet. I mean, he was just that. I mean, because you know how corners, you can tell like corner just explosive. He's breaking on the ball. I was like, what the hell they get? Who is that? So I'm I just text Glaze. I'm like, Glaze, get me the roster, the rookie roster. I left my damn paperwork up there in my bag or whatever I did.
I tell you what, we got somebody here right now who wants to give another perspective on the Falcon situation. You all know him from the Sports Roundtable on Wednesday night from 7 to 9. He is here fresh off a stirring workout in the gym, ladies and gentlemen. He put the weights up. Welcome, Horace McLaren, coming from the Sports Roundtable. Good morning, sir. Or good afternoon.
Try to wipe the sweat off so he can feel like rain. You just pour a ball of water on your head. Try to act like you just had an intense workout. What's up, Horace?
Ain't nothing shaking, fellas. What's happening? Listen, Maceo motivated me with all this fitness, and I got to get it in. He jogging in the evening time and all that. So
I don't want to be on no medicine, H.O. I'm scared of medicine. I can't even take cough medicine.
I know, right?
Maceo, you be up at 4 in the morning working out, man. 4 or 5 in the morning.
I'm scared of medicine, Red. I can't take no high blood pressure medicine. I can't even take a goody powder. So I need to stay healthy.
Man. I'm staying. What you got, Horace? What you think about these Falcons, man?
Hey, man, listen. So I was thinking about this the other day when the rookie camp started, and I said to myself, the whole time we was begging for RM to get out of the picture. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. But maybe Terry has something up his sleeve that we just don't know about. Maybe his drafting is finding needles in the haystack, people that we haven't heard of quite naturally, but understanding that they could actually develop the guys with him being in full control. Then I thought that, you know, Jimmy Black was a cornerback. Raheem, coach cornerback, he was also a cornerback. Maybe they have some up the sleeve that they're going to develop what they have on the roster and just pick up a cheap free agent. I said, you know what? Maybe it's time for us to just trust Terry and his leadership and just watch and see what happens.
Yeah,
Well,
it could be
Raheem.
interesting. Who they, you know, it's almost a situation of not showing your hand too early. Like,
Right,
hey,
right.
I got somebody here, and just like you said at your point, Maceo, the young man number 41 who comes in there, nobody ever talk about him. He's undrafted. He comes in there and balls out with his play. So every year you hear about somebody on some team who comes in out of nowhere, and it's like, wow, well, who been hiding this guy? And like you said, for whatever reason, injuries, where they played at.
Now,
And
coach with your Steelers, we hear about 3 or 4 of them type on your team. Them Steelers, I don't know where they be finding them guys from.
They dig and go find, but I look at one guy, he got drafted, and is a young man named Quantez Stiggers. Quantez played at Best Academy in Atlanta, and he was going to college, but then he suffered some personal tragedies in his family, unfortunate deaths, and he didn't end up in college. And his mom got him to a little football league and said, hey, you want to keep playing, go there. And he went there, and from there, he went to the Canadian League. And then all of a sudden, I was wondering how he was going to do, if he was going to be one of them undrafted guys. He got actually drafted by the Jets. And I can tell y'all firsthand, because I coached at Best Academy, that young man is going to outwork a lot of people at them camps. I can tell you that right now. He's going to work because that's in his mind. His whole mindset is, I want to do better. I want to get better, and I want to get out my situation notwithstanding. I've had a lot of tragedy in the life, but I want to get past that and show my mom and show everybody what I can do. And I hope and pray that the Jets see that in him and keep him, because he's gonna be a good worker, because he played well up in the Canadian Football League. I think he's a Rookie of the Year or something. Yep. But he's a baller. He's a young man. See, that's what, just like you all talked about, with is always that hidden gem that gets picked up by one of the teams and comes in out of nowhere and does something. Because just like you said, Red, main person I can think of like that, James Harrison for the Steelers. Harrison was the undrafted free agent, and look what he did. Look at his career, what he did for the Steelers. Because
borderline Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer, you're right. Over a lot of people who get drafted. And, you know, getting drafted is not the end, the be-all. That means that you're going to make the team and you're going to do this. A lot of undrafted guys have the motivation to say, hey, they got me here in camp. I better show them something.
Like, Maceo, what's the kid that took Troy Anderson place last year? Nate Landsman. He was an undrafted, right?
Yeah. Landman.
Yeah, he's one of our best defensive players.
Landmine.
Hammer. They call him Hammer in college.
Yeah.
So, hey, fellas, I want to ask y'all this real quick. Do y'all think, and I felt this way sort of after watching, you know, the highlights of the camp, is Terry in some way telling us, shut up, fan base, I got it from here?
No, I can answer that for you. No.
It's not.
And I'm gonna tell you why. And I'm gonna continue to harp on this. If you know you did the right thing for the organization, there's no need to talk about it.
Right. I agree.
Continue to talk about it, dude. So what? Now it's done. Can't nothing else be done about it. every press conference shouldn't be about defending your pick. Dog, it don't matter no more, Terry. It don't matter. And side note, Rich McKay was at practice yesterday, but I ain't gonna hold y'all. But yeah, Rich McKay was at practice yesterday. So, but the
He's
thing,
still employed with the team. He's still team president.
he ain't relinquished. But I mean, just the whole thing, Terry. Nothing can be done about it now, Terry.
Right.
All we're looking forward to now is the product in 2024, because we were told that we were quarterback away. The quarterback is here. The quarterback got paid. This quarterback supposed to understand this. He's supposed to understand this offense better than anybody in the world, bruh. So again, it shouldn't take us week 3, week 5, week 7 to finally put up 28, 30 points. It's unacceptable. One job for the Falcons.
Yeah. Stop talking, man. You good. Because it makes it just like these fans that keep every post is still on the pick. Like, dude, the pick was almost a month ago. The quarterbacks are here. The money has been paid. Okay, now, yeah, we know somewhere down the line, we're going to take a hit somewhere. But like Maceo said, right now it's about winning football games. You got to win some football games. You win some football games, and all that stuff y'all worried about, it'll take care of itself. But if you ain't winning no football games, you're going to have to worry about the money and other stuff. So you just win football games, and everything will work itself out as long as you win in football games.
I think all of us this week, last week, a month ago, last football season, have all posted, have all said, bruh, nobody cares about the future. 2024 is all that matters.
Yep.
This fall, September, when the season kick off, that is all that matters. Nobody cares about 2 years from now. They don't. They really don't. They don't. Because when you at week 8, week 9, ain't nobody gonna be saying, well, shit, 2026, we gonna be no, you're gonna suffer all the way to Christmas. All that matters is the 2024 season. How do you navigate the 2024 season? That's it.
In the South. Just worry about winning this division in your home playoff game. My family, I'm gonna tell you right now, I plan to do all that. My mind right now is on that divisional game after the home playoff game. And that's the game Kirk Cousins or Michael Penix, whoever on the center, that's the game that I want to win right there, because I'm expecting to win the South, and I'm expecting to win that first home game in the Dome. So get me to the division round, and now we're going to have a real conversation.
There we go. There we go.
Well, I'm looking for the Falcons to
you ain't got to worry about the Steelers. You know you're going to be there.
Oh, that's a guy. I can tell you right now, when the Steelers come to the Mercedes-Benz, that might be a sellout depending on how both of them doing. That might be
it's gonna be a sellout anyway. It's gonna be a sellout anyway.
Yeah, that might be a clash, but I mean,
the Steelers and Cowboys come here this year.
For the Cowboys, oh Lord, oh my goodness!
All the Blake gonna make them some money this year, and the Chiefs, Maceo, and the Chiefs.
Falcon schedule is fast schedule,
and then we go to Vegas.
So, well, it's right there, like you said. The time for talking is pretty much over now. Is what they old folks say, put up or shut up. Let's see. Winston Thornton said Bijan had 900 plus rushing, 400 plus receiving, 1,400 total yards. Okay, well, he's expected to improve on those numbers this year. Dixon Way, what's going on, Dixon Way? We hadn't heard it from you. Winston said Morris coach Rondé Barber in Tampa. That makes me more secure with running Phillips at cornerback too. Okay. So now the thing about it is, like I said, good news coming out, but in a couple of weeks, everybody show up. And there's only one bad part about it, everybody showing up. It's just like Showtime and the Apollo, the Gong Show, all those shows. Everybody can't stay. Somebody got to get the Sandman, and I wish they could improve, increase the roster.
Coach already cutting players.
Yeah,
champion. Coach already got his list about 5 players going to get cut. Everybody can't say y'all, so
it's just a reality check. No need of waiting on it and thinking about it. If you were bagging groceries before, you might have to just find a new place to bag because you lost that job. But hey, it's reality. Maybe they'll get on with somebody else. You know, a lot of them that don't get on with one man's a trash, another man's treasure, and they jump here to there. So moving on. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, there was some things going on. The NBA is hot right now, is what everybody's talking about. There's a lot of wild series going on, and I want to jump into the most obvious right off the bat, and I'm going to hit my chest and go on record as saying, I told people that Denver was not going to lay down.
You said it, Coach. Coach. I got to give you credit, Coach. You said, because you know I said Thursday when you were on our show, Coach, get them brooms out. Get them brooms out. Denver say, hold my bill.
Hold on now. The broom should have been out, Maceo, because one of Denver players shouldn't even have been playing. That's the only reason they saved them. That's the only reason they got saved, because Adam Silver ain't nothing but a silver fox, man. I mean, boy, you just the silver heart care package, dude, because you just as lenient as I don't know what. But yeah, he played, and Denver got themselves back in it. So
and before I let you all discuss the Minnesota-Denver series, I got one question to ask everybody, and I know y'all watch the games and everything. How is it that Nikola Jokic always see Aaron Gordon for a backdoor dunk? Every game, Aaron Gordon is sneaking behind everybody to get a backdoor dunk. I'm like, have y'all scouted him by now to know if he's dribbling and going down the baseline? He looking for Jokic, looking for him, but he always get one. So we're gonna I want you all to discuss this series, what it's looking like right now and where it's going. Anybody can start. It doesn't matter. Talk about Minnesota and Denver.
I got to give you credit, Coach, because you called it. I'm thinking Minnesota took 2 on the road, 2 big ones on the road. You gonna come home and turn up. They laid an egg last night, but you know we always talk about the heart of a champion. Joker, Jamal Murray, the gang. They came in Minnesota and they punched Minnesota in the mouth early, and they took the crowd out of it. And they made it difficult on Ant-Man last night. And they basically say, listen, somebody else got to beat us. Like, yeah, Ant, whatever. Somebody else need to hit buckets. Somebody else need big hit buckets. It didn't happen. That defense that we were bragging about the other night, that didn't show up either. So, I mean, I don't know if they were locked in on the road and then they came home, you know, in your own bed, you kind of in your own city, moving around. And
girlfriend,
right? I think they felt like Denver gonna lay down. Now champions ain't gonna lay down, dog. So you got to knock a champion out. So I think that what happened in Minnesota last night.
All right.
I agree kind of with Maceo. They got a little cocky. Got 2-0 lead on the road. Came home. Hung out with your friends and your family. Man, we got this, man. Still, we good. But did you see what we did in the bars in Denver? Yeah. We at home now. We better just show up and they gonna lay down. And one of their guys shouldn't even been playing. So they probably thought they were gonna be dealing with mental issues. No, they ain't dealing with no mental issues. They finna give y'all the mental issues. Cause man, they don't got back in this doggone series. And if Minnesota don't make the proper adjustments for tomorrow and let Denver tie this series up, well, now this whole series has just turned around because you had control with a 2-0 lead going home. If Denver tie this thing up on the road, man, that's saying something bad. It's going to be like same old Timberwolves again. We thought y'all were finally ready to get over the hump. No. So, Ant-Man, yeah, we're going to need you to be an MJ type come Sunday. We're going to need everybody to step up because, yeah, this might be a must-win for Minnesota because you just don't want champs to tie this thing up and go back to their home with the momentum.
Yeah, man. I agree. I agree with everything y'all said. But what I saw is that I guess we constantly keep forgetting Mike Malone is a championship coach. And it came down to coaching championship coach versus a coach who's trying to win a championship. And you can see the adjustment. Very, very simple. Mike Malone went in, they scouted, they said, we're going to come out, we're going to run our offense. They initiated last night. They initiated everything last night, from the defense to the offense, and they got Joker into the game, playmaking. And, Coach, to answer your question, once Joker get in the rhythm of playmaking, then you go get Aaron Gordon, backdoor dunks. You go get that. So I think it really just came down to a championship coach who may not get enough credit as he should, versus a coach who's trying to win a championship, who's mostly relying on Ant-Man and some veterans to lead the team instead of coaching the team up, like Mike Malone has done. So I think it's just a matter of a champion coach exerted his willpower to show you why he's a championship coach.
And it's funny. All of you had valid points, but like I think Mason said at the beginning of the game, every time Jamal Murray touched the ball, boo! By the third quarter, it was boo, boo, boo. He took that crowd completely out of the game by hitting his shots, and they just imposed their will on Minnesota. And I guarantee you, out of us four or any kind of pundits or anybody that does sports for a living, I guarantee you nobody could have predicted that Minnesota was going to get blasted like that last night. I know people thought Denver was going to win probably about a couple of points, but not like the throttling they took last night in their own hometown, in their own arena, in front of their fans. And I don't know if the fans turned on him and started booing them for that performance. I don't know. They may have turned on him, but Anthony Edwards, Ant-Man, this year for him, he is growing mentally and maturely right in front of our eyes, because he made a statement. He said, hey, it's on me. I didn't play my best game. I didn't do what I need to do. And basically he said, we punched them, they punched back. They're a championship team. We knew they was going to come back at us, and we didn't answer the bell. We could have put this in, but we didn't answer the bell. We didn't do what we were supposed to do to beat them. Now, if Denver had lost last night, then of course, ain't no gentleman sweep. It'd have been over with, because that mindset would have been, we took your best punch and still beat you. So by Denver, thank you for coming. But like I think Red said it, if Denver wins tomorrow night, get up, first take,
big pressure.
NBA Today, and those 5 people that watch Undisputed gonna be talking about this series big time. They're gonna be like, what the world just happened? Oh yeah, ain't nobody watching Undisputed. I feel bad for them, but hey, you get what you get. But they're gonna be talking about what just happened.
I still listen to Keyshawn and Skip and Paul. I know you're right, though. Ain't that many folks. I'm kind of scared, man. They probably gonna get home up your council soon. I hope not, though.
All right.
Hey, Coach, to your point. To your point before you move on, nobody predicted after Gobert win the Defensive Player of the Year and everybody talking about the defense that Minnesota put on them, who would have ever thought that Denver would put up 120 points?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That was anything. So if you played Prize Picks or whatever you played last night, I know you probably in the doghouse with and owe your bookies some money, owe them some money or something, because ain't no way you'd have thought Denver would have put up 120. Even they had scored 100 points in 2 games.
But under City.
Maybe are you telling me the Sopranos have moved a basketball bet now? Well, I did. They moved it.
Hey man, if they competing, they betting, dog. If they compete, they bet.
Yeah. That's how
Bob gonna make some money, boy. They gonna make some money somehow.
I mean, 120 points. You're right, Horace. Nobody would have ever thought Denver was gonna come put an output like that. At one point, they were hitting threes like they were layups at one point. They just everybody was open, and like you said, Mike Malone schemed everybody to get open for wide open shots. I saw Jamal Murray shoot one. It took about 2 years for somebody to get to him. By the time they ran over there, it was in the net.
Yeah. That was that one that he caught it and he was shot. He was there while he took one dribble just to make sure, like, so ain't nobody coming over here. All right.
Yeah.
What are we doing, Minnesota? What are we doing?
Oh, how Kobe couldn't get shot like that? I mean, I would love to see him be wide open like that. You know, Kobe get the ball, he got to do a little move to get him some space. You mean Jamal Murray to have nobody? Oh, Kobe over there.
That's a championship.
I didn't even play defense on you like
that. That's a championship coach right there who makes adjustments. Yeah. You don't just sit back and say, He made adjustments. And he's not going to stop because he know they're going to try to make adjustments to what he did. So he's going to come up with something else. And he's going to say, okay, we got open like that. Let's try this way. And we're going to start out. If they can't stop it, then we're going to keep on going. I mean, Michael Porter Jr., that's his favorite thing, shooting threes, wide open. KCP, wide open. Even Aaron Gordon was out there shooting threes. Nothing but net because they were so wide open. And I'm like, golly, come on, Minnesota. And then Minnesota at one point, they were looking at each other like, okay, is that your man or my man? Or is that my man?
Yeah.
So Minnesota got to make the adjustments now. Now it's on them because if they try to go back to Denver 2-2, man, serious shift.
They don't want that
shit. So let's go to the next big time. And this one, I ain't even trying to predict this one because I think this is going to go 7, Indiana and New York. Them two guys, I think the winner of the Boston-Cleveland series going to have a cakewalk to the NBA title because New York and Indiana going to kill each other, and they're going to be so mad, infirmary-driven, going to the clinic and the hospital and everything. Ain't going to be nothing left.
They out here playing football. They playing football.
Y'all talk about the New York-Indiana series, please. Anybody that's going to start out?
Cleveland going to have a cakewalk to the finals, coach.
No, I ain't saying Cleveland.
No, I'll just talk a little Celtics trash talk. Yeah, I'm with you on this because this is definitely, if it was ever a 7-game series in the making, you looking at it right here. Now, I was really hoping the Knicks could steal that one last night. So, okay, now that would have really put the pressure on Indy down 3-0 to that hobbled New York team. But like I say, Indy, you finally played the Knicks like you should have been playing. This team is a hobbled team, and you finally took it to them. That was probably the most physical game that Indy played in the whole series yesterday. I mean, and Halliburton, you finally stepped up. You just didn't have one good half. You had 2 good halves of basketball. And boy, did they need you. I mean, Siakam showed up. Turner showed up. And boy, that little kid, the one that hit that 3 that won the game for him, what's his name? The Fleet, what's the little young kid name? The kid that hit that 3-pointer with the braids in the house that pretty much ended the game. Nembhard, yeah. Nembhard. I mean, he's really a dog on defense. But man, he killed them with the shot last night. And little TJ McConnell coming off the bench. I mean, like I say, the Pacers are a deep team. I just didn't understand how they couldn't get one game in New York. But they might have saved themselves with the victory last night because they balled out and earned that victory yesterday. Like I say, yeah, Halliburton.
That's
so I mean, he earned the win yesterday. Go ahead, Macy.
You know what I'm saying? He's the star. They need the star performer. We talk about in the playoffs all the time. Your star got to show up every night. Now we're gonna get those contributions, but this is the time of year you want everybody to buy your jersey, you want everybody to buy your sneakers or whatever you selling out here. This your time, and he finally had one of those performances. Because if y'all can remember when they had the play-in tournament, he was like the star of this thing. You know, it was like, okay, he next, and we ain't really outside of his wardrobe when he was showing up. He ain't been really giving us nothing else. So he finally gave us something we like. He has the ability to carry this team through this series, and like you said, Red, New York beat up. Man, run them boys out the floor, man. Why are we letting Jalen Brunson get comfortable? Make his foot, his foot hurt. Keep pressure on the foot. Step on it if you got to.
They lose a play every game.
Come on.
Yeah.
Hey, physicality at its best. Physicality at its best. Between the NBA trying to get New York in the Eastern Conference Finals and Thibodeau playing all the Villanova boys until they tongue ran out. And I think the Pacers are taking advantage of that by speeding the game up, trying to get them to catch up. They playing catch up in New York. And it's a physical game, and that's the only way that New York can actually slow them down is fouling and being physical. So I think Indiana has a plan to play fast. I think they led the league in fastest pace and the points or whatever the case may be. But I mean, if New York lose, are we gonna blame this on Thibodeau because he runs the tongue out of the guys and they don't have anything left. They just don't have anything left. And I'm like, man, you know, it's like this is what old school basketball looked like compared to the new school that they playing over there in the Western Conference, I guess. So this is sort of like a throwback of what it was when the Knicks and Indiana played back in the 90s. This is what they looked like, and this is what it felt like. And you got all these people. I mean, you even had what the Philadelphia crowd drove to New York to take over their stadium.
Right.
I mean, so you really, I mean, not only is the games are good, the fans are getting involved in it as well. I mean, it's crazy. This is a real throwback series, and I think that the NBA is trying to feed off of this to get those old man get off my lawn people back into the NBA. So I mean, I think it's fun, and I think it's a motive to it as well. So I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, and it definitely is just a straight throwback where you see guys banging each other, pushing each other in the back, setting brutal picks, whether legal or illegal. They just doing everything. And like I said, and you know, like Hart just said, Tibbs is notorious for running your feet off when you don't have nothing left. Because like the Josh Hart, DiVincenzo is getting more playing time in this playoff than probably he done had all season. He getting worked to death, but he responded though.
That he playing. Basically, I told folks last night. Dante DiVincenzo is playing like the Hawks, which Kevin Huerter was playing for him.
Oh my God! Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
That's what we thought we were getting in Kevin Huerter.
That's what we thought we were getting. That's what we thought we was getting. Exactly.
Y'all talking about the Red Rooster? I mean the Red Rifle. I forgot. I ain't gonna call him the Red Rooster. Kevin Huerter.
You got a few comments on the page if you want.
All right. Maurice Thrower, good morning, afternoon, Maurice. Say Indiana's a young team with depth, playing a lot of momentum. And Harry returned. Harry, good afternoon. He said Wolves played like they were up 3-0. Well, they kind of didn't come with it. Winston Thornton said Tyrese Halliburton should be running Brunson all over the court like he's Steph Curry. I think Brunson's running him all over the court. Pretty much. On paper, Alexis Hill, good afternoon, Alexis. On paper, Indiana has more talent than New York. They have 2 all-star players. New York only has 1 and is hobbled now. And Maurice said the Knicks are the Knicks are slowly getting worn down from game to game as it seems like the injury bug has bitten them a bit. However, the player of the Villanova 3 is keeping the team afloat. Yeah, the Knicks are looking currently right now like a spades hand, 2 and a possible. They fighting through everything. They got two of the possible. And it may not be able to last every hand. You might not be able to win every hand because you lose it. First was Mitchell Robinson. Well, Randall, we all know first. Then
I give
Mitchell
him three, Coach. Art, Vincenzo, and Brunson. After them three, everybody possible.
Yeah, and then recently the OG Anunoby falling back. He was there. Oh, wait a minute. Winston Thornton said, like we talked about, Thibs need to go further into his bench. Hart has played 4 games this season, wire to wire. Yeah, and Alexis said, like we said, this is a throwback series. And that's a good question. Why does Thibs not trust his bench players?
This is the code. Everywhere he been, this is MO. That's what they do. He ain't learned nothing, Coach. He ain't learned nothing in Chicago. He ain't learned nothing, Coach. He ain't learned nothing.
He was in. I keep forgetting he was in Minnesota.
he ain't learned nothing in Minnesota.
Right. Because man, I bet Towns and all them guys like, man, I'm glad he ain't here running me in the floor again. But Thibs, you got to win the championship, man. You got to use your bench a little bit, man. Come on now. You know what I'm saying, did he learn this from Doc Rivers? I don't even think Doc coach like this. Where he learned this coaching style from? I mean, you might well not even sign these. You just wasting money having big players. You might well just sign 5 or 6 guys to some big contracts and just go with that. You wasting salary cap money paying these big players that you ain't gonna never use.
So I'm guessing
he don't believe in garbage bench, man.
He must think he got a bench full of Giannis's brothers on the bench. Well, they don't hardly get any time. A bunch of Thanasis. Yeah, over there. And this series, he gonna have to dig deep, and all of you touched on it. He gonna have to dig deep and go into his bench. I don't care if it's for 5 minutes. That game, if they get out there for 5 minutes, jokers be running by like they in the marathon at the Boston Marathon with their hand out by the bench. Coach, can I get a cup of water while I'm going back? And he just look at them like, keep playing. Keep playing. They come over there stumbling. They about to step on their tongues and everything. And it's like, God, dog. And he expect them. I know he don't expect them to stand up during timeouts because all of them be looking for a chair to get in just to sit down and some water to put on their feet from cooling off. But that just kind of ridiculous, Mason. You pointed to how all of you pointed to it. Those guys are playing 40-plus minutes a game, and that kind of coaching is not feasible to win the NBA championship.
No,
I don't care what he does.
No, sir.
I don't care what he does. Those guys are not going to be able to last the entire series, especially if you got to go 7 with Indiana, and then you got to turn around and play another one. Man, please.
Yeah, Josh Hart, that sound cool, Thompson. You gonna do whatever it takes. Dude, playing 48 minutes a night, dog. Come on, man. Where they do that at, dog? Right. Let Chris Rock get like 5 minutes. Give Chris Rock and Adam Sandler 5 to 7 minutes on the damn floor. Jesus, get that man a breather.
Right. I mean, is he blind? Players are dropping all around. He coach. I mean, dude, change it up. You're not in the regular season no more. But hey, Thibs gonna die on that sword. So let him. He just blowing. I mean, he had teams in Chicago. He had teams in every stop he went could have won it all. Hey, he just adjusted or changed his coaching method, man. You gotta use your bench, man.
Okay.
Hey, in some stretches, it looked like the Knicks was playing more toward like they was trying to recruit and had more focus on trying to get Mikal Bridges in the offseason than they are trying to win this series.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, nobody wants to come into the game. Play for New York, especially if you're not a major caliber player, because you're gonna be sitting there like, man, all I'm gonna do is sit down and watch once the game start. He ain't gonna play. We got 15 people over here, and he ain't gonna play but 8. So I'm just over here getting a paycheck. That's pretty much it. And like Harris said, the Knicks are playing street ball, rough and ready. Maurice said Thibs tend to get tight during the playoffs, as do most coaches, and they keep restricting their bench. The Dixon Way said Halliburton had a Jeremy Lin run in the first 2 months, and now he's come back to earth.
Listen, he was the guy. He was the guy.
Yeah. What's up, Larry?
No. I don't talk about the great Jeremy Lin, former 30 for 30 participant. We gonna hold him out for a minute. Yeah, he was looking good now.
NBA champion Jeremy Lin.
NBA champ. Yeah.
Toronto.
Okay.
Toronto.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the next series. OKC and Dallas, which is currently tied 1-1. It's the battle. It's the young guns. OKC, the young team who nobody's over 25, and they all got to get carded when they go in the club, against Dallas, who got Luka, Kyrie, and then they've gotten a bunch of role models, not role models, role players to come in and play with them. This is going to be an interesting series. And like I said, I'll let you all talk about it, then I'll come back. I got one thought, and I just want to see what you all think about this one thought. Go ahead, anybody. Oklahoma City and the the Dallas Mavericks.
For a minute, I thought if OKC had took care of business at home, I would have thought it would have been one of those type. Home at home, you get 2 at home, Dallas get 2 at home. Now, I mean, Oklahoma, y'all gave up the ship. Y'all let Dallas get back in it. I'm gonna tell you this: if Dallas come out and win this game tonight, man, this series is about to turn, because I wanted OKC to get some type of advantage, because they still a young, inexperienced team, and you're still dealing with Kyrie, a former champion, Luka, who's gotten a little experience. He's gotten his team to Western Conference Finals. I honestly think, guys, I think who wins tonight might have the edge in this series, because they both don't play well. Dallas got in OKC's butt second game. OKC definitely got in Dallas that first game. I think who come out and win tonight might have the edge in this series, because definitely whoever makes the proper adjustment probably gonna win tonight. And I'm anxious to see if these young boys either force Dallas, try to wear Dallas out, or do Dallas just put that experience on them and make sure Shai Gilgeous don't do anything, and maybe Jason Kidd will force somebody else on OKC to have to step up. Maybe one of those Jalen Williams boys. They got 2 guys on the team with the same name. Maybe one of the Williams boys step up. Maybe the Wiggins kids might step up. Josh Giddey, boy, you don't win in the doghouse, man. You over there messing with girls again, boy. You don't win in the doghouse. You ain't played in the first game. I don't know what you do to the coach, but anyway, somebody from OKC besides Shai gonna have to step up, because I think Kidd and Dallas are gonna try to keep him from taking over and shit. I mean, well, there's only so much shit can do. He can't get his own shot. So I mean, like I say, so I think it's gonna come down to Dallas putting their experience on OKC, or either OKC just playing completely out of their mind and just kicking Dallas's butt. But I'm gonna get an edge to Dallas right now, because I kind of thought I took them to win the series. I'm gonna get an edge to Dallas tonight.
I like that.
Just for experience purposes.
I like that, because my question for OKC, I know you're young, Coach. You talked about the youth. I mean, like you said, Coach, they all can't get in the club. That's crazy. Just college squads older than these guys right now. It's SGA. I know a lot of people are saying, hey, he might have got snubbed for the MVP, but these are like MVP moments. Can SGA put this team on his back, and can he get them through this series against an experienced Kyrie, old Uncle Luka? Luka's so out of shape, y'all. It's just unbelievable how out of shape Luka is. Man. How is he playing? He play like we all got that uncle who just got that old school game. We can't do nothing with him. That's how Luka plays. So I mean, it's
get nicked up on every play.
Be like, what is
every play he hobbling down the court. Oh my shoulder. Then he'll come down and make some kind of shot or do some kind of good offensive move. He'd be like, man, Luka maybe hobbled, but boy, old Unc can play.
Unc can play, dog. Unc can play. So that's my thing. The youth versus the veteran leadership which one gonna weigh out? I don't know if SGA and these boys, is this still a learning experience for them? Do they still have to go through some more wars? Because I mean, you know, Kyrie battle tested. You know, Kyrie done been here before, so you know, Dallas can lean on Kyrie. Is nobody that OKC can lean on. So youth versus the experience. I mean, what's gonna give? Some got to give.
And the coach too. See, Jason Kidd is experienced coach, whereas Mark, but the young guy from OKC, you still learning. So you a coach that's trying to win it all, whereas Kyrie and Jason Kidd have won it all.
Exactly.
Yep. Hey, fellas, I agree wholeheartedly on everything y'all said. I'm gonna put it in the context as, doesn't this kind of remind you of the March Madness that we just seen over the last couple of years, where you got the young guys who you cannot, the freshmen and the young guys cannot get you over the hump. It's the older teams and the older guys that's winning the championship and winning in March now. So this kind of reminds me of a NCAA Final Four game where the older you are, the better player you get. The younger you are, the more mistakes you make.
Yeah.
And OKC has definitely made some mistakes. They have not been on the stage where they face this kind of pressure. This is their first time in a long time being on this stage. And they on this stage with guys that's under the age of 25 who don't really have. Now, if they had a more of an experienced coach, maybe it's different. But right now, the coach is new, the players are young, and you going up against, like y'all said, an experienced coach in Jason Kidd, a champion in Kyrie, and you got to think the older players. You still got Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yeah.
Josh Green is a little older. What is it? The jumping kid Jones. I mean, you got some older guys. I mean, some old guys.
Right. Yeah.
So
I think that you know, I think the experience and the age and the experiences go way out in this series.
Let's go back to the aspect somebody talked about. You talked about Luka, and they are comparing Luka to Pat Mahomes in a sense, not because he's winning, but because they built the same. Both of them got the old daddy bodies out there balling and doing what they doing and winning games. It's like, look like neither one of them been in the inside of a gym lifting weights. But hey, when Mahomes has shown 3 Super Bowls, Luka is playing. You know, he's showing that he can win. He has to win a title, I think, to validate himself. But the guy that has snuck up on everybody, he has snuck up. He has decent runs in Charlotte. Is PJ Washington. He has come out and said, hey, I'm finna show y'all that I can still play this guy. I know he was in Charlotte over there like, oh, Lord, here we go again, another losing season. And on his breath, trade me. On his breath, trade me. Please trade me. Get me somewhere. I can show y'all that I can play.
We know why PJ's stepping up.
Take me away. Take me away. And he got the Dallas. And now he's
trying to show that baby mama, look, baby, this what you're missing. I'm finna go to the big time now. You thought you were big on Shannon Shaw podcast? Well, I'm gonna show you, girl. Now I'm going to the big time. Now I'm finna win me a ring. You're gonna be begging to take me back, girl. And all you gonna get is these child support checks, and I'm out.
Oh, Lord.
That's on PJ. PJ trying to make a name for himself. He can't let his girl outdo him like she did on that Uncle Shay ratio. You know, she was talking mad talk on Uncle Shay podcast. PJ was like, boy,
She been dropping new photos out here. She done went and got her body together some more.
Yeah, I'm saying PJ got to keep up, boy. Can't let baby mama outdo him like that.
Oh Lord.
She got an
up,
8-pack out right now, Red. She got an
8-pack.
8-pack.
The Dixon Way was talking about Halliburton. He said he ain't all that when they started treating him like a star player and doubling him like a real point guard. He's also said Oklahoma City and the Mavs should go 7. And Winston said exactly. Halliburton is nice, but if you put a dog on him and double, he'll shrink under the pressure. Maurice said Dallas has all the momentum with the series swinging back to Dallas. Now we get to see what metal OKC has on the road. Yeah, I don't know if they've been really tested on the road, but we'll see.
They took care of the Pelicans, but Pelicans ain't Dallas.
Yeah, Alexis, I believe OKC and Dallas is possibly going possibly 7. Maurice says Silver is praying that Dallas wins, that Doncic is one of his golden stars.
Adam Silver, trash.
Luka ain't no Pat Mahomes. Luka's getting carried by Kyrie. I was talking about how they were built Dixon Way. I wasn't talking about as far as winning. I was talking about their bodies, how they built. Both of them built the same with the flabby, with the no chest and a little gut here and there. You can see that.
Don't have Brittany Mahomes attacking our show there, talking about her man. You know, Brittany good. They can make a statement. Is that the Red or Real show talking about my man? Okay, I got something for y'all.
Maurice said PJ Washington's resurgence is refreshing to see. Got to show that helper that he's the prize. Oh yeah, he
talking about the baby mama.
Yeah, who would have ever thought that Kyrie would play defense?
That's a good point, Winston.
He's playing it, and he said, "I know, right, Winston Thornton." So yeah, this one it could be another interesting series, and like we all said, it possibly is going to go 7 without a doubt because both these teams are kind of evenly matched. And they could go to 7 too. Now, this last game, a series, Boston and Cleveland. Everybody assumed that the Cleveland-Orlando winner was just bait for Boston to come in, bust them up, maybe win one game, and then Boston go on. But Cleveland showed the other night that Boston, if y'all come out there and shoot 4 for 40 or whatever they shot from the field for 3-point line, we gonna throw some punches and haymakers and see what you got. This series is tied 1-1.
Donovan Mitchell, baby.
Okay, go ahead, Maceo.
Listen, we know the Celtics are good at giving away games, giving games back. Tatum and Brown and Horford and that whole crew, we know they can't complete it. We've seen it time and time again. They get a big lead, they're gonna give it back. We expect them to just walk through a series. It's just not gonna happen. These are the Celtics that until they finish somebody, you always got a chance with these Celtics. You always got a chance with them. Tatum gets this. He has this rep that he nice, but he not a killer. He not a killer. He's a nice guy. So until him and Brown can shake this image that they have, Cleveland. Boston should win the series, but it's like can they just do away with Cleveland? Cleveland shouldn't be battling them the way they battle them. If you just look at the names on the pieces of paper, and I know everybody in the league, I know, but there's no way Boston should be being in these dog fights night in and night out with the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's just crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Joe Mazzulla, you are now on the spot. You have this is your time to shine, because when no one thought you probably should have even got the job, you got Milwaukee out, Philadelphia out, and you can possibly beat New York or Indiana. So this is your chance. And while all the talk about Boston and all the talk about Atman, Shea, and all these young guys, Donovan Mitchell sitting over there like, y'all must have forgot about me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm young too.
I'm a dog. I'm a dog.
Yeah,
I'm a dog.
I'm a dog too. So y'all keep talking about Atman and Shea and all them, and I'm gonna show y'all what I'm about.
Yeah.
So, and maybe some of the people have forgot that, Mitchell is a dog, because he's showing that the reason why Cleveland is where Cleveland is because I signed to get with this young team, and I'm the one putting them over the hump.
Yeah.
So it is what it is,
Agreed.
But like you said, Boston will, boy, I tell you, they will give it away.
They'll give it away, dog.
And this
That's
is
right.
your prime opportunity to take the East with no resilience from from Philly or from Milwaukee. You got a gravy train ride to the final.
Now, Coach, what was that song about Red Hot Chili Peppers that everybody used to like? Give it away now. And that's what Boston gonna keep doing. That's right, Boston. Keep giving it away. Because look, as a diehard Lakers fan, I am loving this right here. Mitchell White, I don't know if you're watching, but you'll definitely see my post. Look, Macy Hart, Jason Tatum, when these moments come, he turn into Jason Taters again. I keep telling y'all, Mr. Tater Tot. I can say he's a good guy, but he just don't have that dog in him. They keep comparing him to Kobe. Kobe, he don't got no Mamba mentality. If he had Mamba mentality, he would have beat the Warriors 2 years ago. He would have not let NBA play-in team, 8th, 7th seed Miami team beat him to go to the final. That Miami, how in the world did that Miami team make the finals last year? That Miami team should have been nowhere near the finals. But of course, when you go up against Jason Tater Tots and his little Joe Mazzola Boston crew, his little Beantown crew, hey, you get what you get. Hey, you're right, Maceo. Cleveland ain't supposed to be battling Boston like this, but don't be surprised if they beat them again tonight at home. Right. Don't be surprised if this series go to game 6 or 7. I wouldn't be surprised with nothing when you come to Boston and Joe Mazzulla, because they do what a lot of teams try not to do when it comes to playoff basketball. They live by the 3 and they die by the 3.
Die.
I mean, I don't know what it is about that guy. I mean, they went out with like 8 or 9 for like 33 from the 3-point line the other day. Cleveland didn't even shoot that many threes. Boston. I mean, it's easy to D them up, because if they not making a shot, you can beat them. And if Cleveland got dogs on the floor with Donovan Mitchell and Karis LeVert and it was Evan Mobley and all them young cats they got, Cleveland got some young ballers if you sleep on them now. The Jared Allens of the world, and with Boston already missing Porzingis, you leaving it up to now. If Jason Tatum don't show up, if Jaylen Brown not playing as physical as he usually play, if Al Horford not man in the paint, and if Derek White don't give you nothing, and Drew Holiday, guess what? You guys gonna lose. So it's just a typical Boston choke job that the Jason Tatum's crew been dealing with ever since they started. They started out when LeBron was still in Cleveland. You had a chance to go to the NBA Finals then. You choked away a 3-2 lead or 3. You had 3 games on Cleveland. You let LeBron them come back and beat you, and you've been choking ever since. The regular season don't matter to these guys. Look, it's all about the playoffs, and it's something. And now that you got rid of Ime Udoka, that was probably the coach that probably could have got this team over the hump. I'm here to tell you, Maceo and Hart, I can tell you, Joe Mazzulla ain't winning no championship with this team. I don't care. Even if they get past Cleveland, they'll either stink it up in the Eastern Finals or they'll stink it up when they get to the NBA Finals. Joe Mazzulla and his style, it'll get you somewhere with the regular season, because you ain't playing just good teams. You playing everybody in the NBA. But when it comes to the playoffs and you playing good teams each round, Joe Mazzulla, like Hard said, your seat should already be hot. And once you get eliminated this season, don't be surprised this Joe Mazzulla last year coaching himself.
Yeah. Joe Mazzulla is like what's it like the old wrestling when when Ric Flair told Dusty Rhodes, don't just be tough on a local level. That's what he told him. He said, you got to be tough nationally. You got to be nationally. And Joe Mazzulla right now he's on fire. If he doesn't win, he will be gone out of there in a hurry. He's gonna be out faster than Frank Vogel by the time the ball drops and the clock hits 0. When he go to the locker room, they'll have a note on his door, Joe, see the office. And that's gonna be it. Go to the principal's office because he got too much talent to lose this series. Even though, now, granted, even though Al Horford is 206, we won't count that age against him. We know Al is going to give him what he can. He comes out there, he shoots a few threes and says, okay, that's that. Moving on. I'll do what I can. And the rest of the team, should be able to overcome anything. And Cleveland, Jared Allen is out. So, I mean, what do you have that they have that should be able to do anything with Jared Allen being Jared Allen is done. So, I mean, what can they do? So now Boston is at a point where, hey we
Coach,
got
they let Tristan Thompson ball on them.
Okay.
Old Tristan Thompson.
Let's look. Maurice Thor said Cleveland is a team that won't be laying down. As a side note, Boston is 15-15 in their last 30 home playoff game. And he also said Boston have a hiccup game to wake them up, but the Cavs won't go away quietly. Alexis said if Boston lose this series, it's over for Mazzulla. They have too much talent to be struggling against the Cavs, pretty much so. If Kyrie had this type of maturity and team-first mentality, Bron would have stayed in Cleveland and they would have won multiple titles together. That's interesting.
No more making for LeBron. Come on.
Harris said Boston needs a true point guard and coach that can change game plans. Also, let's see. Jaylen Brown is more closer to Mamba mentality than Tatum.
ATL down.
Evan Mobley, Maurice Evan Mobley has posed a problem for Boston, presented a problem, especially with Porzingis hurt. Advantage Cleveland. And like we talked about, Donovan Mitchell is either underrated or overlooked for some reason. He is a borderline superstar. But
Coach, we know why he underrated, overlooked. Hell, look at the 2 markets he done been in. He was in Utah and shit. Now in Cleveland.
yeah, pretty much. But don't worry,
ain't nobody playing the Cavs basketball. That ain't on TNT on a nightly basis.
That ain't even on the Spanish channel watching Utah basketball. Nobody watch Utah basketball. They come on once every 2 years, maybe, because they play in the Lakers or the Denver or somebody, and that just happened to be the game. And they say, okay.
Two or three players on their team. They got John Collins. I think they got Jordan Clarkson. I can't name. I don't even know who their coach is. If I had to name Utah coach right now, I couldn't even do it.
When Utah came to play the Hawks, they had to Google the roster. I'm like, dog. Colin Sexton play for them. Colin Sexton, the young boy.
Yeah. Okay.
And
matter of fact, now they gonna be funny. That's probably the one game I went to go see the Hawks play this year. I think when they played the Jazz. That's the one game I went to this year.
Now you say Utah. I heard that John Stockton was negotiating to come off the bench. Probably Jeff Hornacek said, I got one more year in me to try to get them on TV, but it ain't gonna happen because them guys are in
Millman put his hand behind his head doing layup. The Millman layup.
Yeah, they in purgatory.
John Collins, he belongs on that team. That's the perfect team for him.
Okay, so let's go back out of all the series. Let's pick a winner. Starting first with Minnesota and Denver. Who wins? One word.
Oof.
Minnesota.
I'm gonna stay Minnesota. I'm going with the boy from Atlanta. I'm staying Minnesota.
I'm gonna say Minnesota in a tough one.
I say never looked the heart of a champion, and I think Denver gonna sneak up and catch Minnesota in an off game like they did. And Minnesota right now, I don't know if they one player away from winning. They might be, they might not. But even though all the young guys are playing well, Nas Reed and McDaniels and everything, I just still say a champion is a champion. And I'm gonna go Denver in 7 with 1 minute left on the clock. And Denver gonna find a way to pull it out. I'll say Denver. If I'm wrong, then just like I came on here hitting my chest about Denver beating them in game 3, I'm going to come on with my head down saying, oh, I was wrong. Minnesota came back and beat them. What about the dog series where nobody going to end up on the court? They're going to have to play all subs because everybody going to be hurt, both teams, Indiana and New York. Who wins that series?
I got the Pacers.
I got the Pacers too, just because I just don't think New York gonna be able to field the team by game 5.
Yeah, I say the Pacers because I think they faster,
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Pacers too because I don't think New York, Mitchell Robinson, and you don't know if OG Anunoby with a hamstring. All y'all play sports with a hamstring. You know that's nothing easy to come back from. You don't just pop back on the court with a hamstring. It has to completely heal, or you worthless. You're not gonna be able to do anything. So yeah, the Pacers gonna win this one. OKC and Dallas.
Whew.
Yeah.
Whew.
Dallas. Going out on a limb.
I'm going Dallas too.
Yeah, I think y'all gonna make 3 for me. I just think age over experience, experience over age, dog. I'm going Kyrie and them.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't want to be contrary to the entire group. I'm gonna say OKC because you didn't get to be the number 1 seed just by talking about it. They got the number 1 seed by playing it. So, and then like you said, Luka is hurt. He if you can keep him away from White Castle or wherever they go, Luka and the bad body is not gonna hold up. His feet are hurt or something, knee or something hurt. I'm gonna go OKC. I'm gonna think they can sneak him. You know, the winner of this series is probably gonna get I ain't gonna say destroyed by the other team, but it's still gonna be a tough call. And the last one could be the most interesting loss, Boston and Cleveland.
I mean, we gotta. We gotta go Boston, man. Ain't no way Donovan Mitchell can he? Can he? I'm going Boston. I'm going Boston only because Boston got a guy making $300 million, man. I'm going Boston, man. Ain't no way a $300 million man not finna let his team make it to the next round. So I'm going Boston.
And he's the vice president of the Players Association. He'll never live that down.
Come on. I ain't want to add that in, but okay, yeah.
I'm going Boston too.
Coach.
Boston. I ain't worried about it. It's not gonna happen. Cleveland not gonna beat them.
Oh, good. I'm glad y'all saved it for last. I'm going Cleveland. And Donovan Mitchell, he should be making $300 million on his next contract. So maybe he'll match Jaylen Brown contract. I'm not sure if he'll get that much. But I'm taking Cleveland because I think Cleveland going to win tonight. I think Missoula is on that hot seat. I think all Boston going to do tonight is try to come out and shoot about 53s. And all Cleveland got to do is D that up and take care of this home court. Win your home court, Cleveland, and you got these choking suckers, man. I'm telling you, they ain't winning ring 18 on my watch, no. I'm telling you, come on, Cleveland. I'm taking the Cavs because I said Cavs before the series started. I had no idea that Boston would let them get one game in Boston, but since you did, I'm gonna stick with the Cavs. Come on, Mitchell. You might be in LA next year, so I got to start cheering for you anyway. Let's go, Spider. Let's go, Cavs. Cleveland.
All right. Let's see what the nation says. Maurice was talking about they support the Jazz in Salt Lake City, but that's the worst NBA city to visit. It'd probably be top 5.
Where they put the All-Star game?
Maurice said Minnesota in 6. Harry said the Knicks. Maurice also said the Knicks. Harry said Dallas. Let's see. Maurice said Dallas in 6. OKC youth and inexperience will show. Winston said, coaches Denver take one word. Leave me alone, Winston. Go, I'll fight you. Boston in 6, Maurice said, but I'm rooting for Cleveland. Everybody's against Boston for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, call the have some gut, Maurice. I went out on the limb. Come on. Cleveland.
No, yours is more of a personal pick. You know yours because you don't like Boston.
Okay.
You don't want Boston to win nothing, of course. All right. Let's jump down here, ladies and gentlemen. That's the NBA playoffs. All right, we are now about to go to our daily segment, 5 for 5. You got 5 topics. 5. We got 4 different opinions. Well, 3. I'm gonna stay out of it. I may say a little something, but 3 different opinions on the subjects we got. You got 1 minute to talk about each subject. When you get to 45 seconds, the full screen gonna come back up. If you go over that 15 seconds left, then unfortunately, just like on Around the Horn, I will mute you, whatever, and you will not be able to express your opinion. This is our 5 for 5, ladies and gentlemen. Once the music gets started, if the music ever gets started. All right, music. We're waiting on. There we go.
We got it. Let's go. Waiting on the first topic, Coach.
First topic. Shannon versus Shaq. Maceo, what do you think?
Fellas, this is trash. Both of you guys are great. Both of you guys are Hall of Famers. Why y'all got to be beefing? Shaq, Shannon told no lies. Dude, you were, that's why Kobe wanted to run you out of LA. And Shaq, if you got some G14 classified information on Shannon, if you're not going to share it with us, don't talk about it no more. Trash beef, Coach. Trash beef. I ain't with it. I don't like it.
Red.
Yeah, I'll take it, Maceo, on this one. It's definitely the reason Kobe ran you out of LA. No, I look like Maceo. Yeah, Shaq, you got some information. Don't give us no preview. Share. You might as well. You went off on them like that. But yeah, it's a silly beef. 2 great guys, 2 great media personalities. You don't need to see y'all beef, man. And Shaq, man, dude, I ain't even know you still rapping. You going in the studio dropping diss tracks? Nah, Shaq, that's too far now. Okay, say what you got to say. But you don't need to be going in the studio dropping diss tracks, okay? Shannon can't go and drop a diss track. Lord, I said Drake and Kendrick, well, I said they inspiring everybody. It's diss tracks all around now. It's time somebody got to be. What's next? Politicians gonna be dropping diss tracks now?
All right, Horace.
You got 2 guys over 50 years old, and I guess they trying to copycat what's going on in the hip hop world as far as beefing to gain traction. You can't be over 50 subscribing to like and YouTube comments and things of that nature. Shaq, maybe you should go ahead and put out another album because it seems like you want to keep rapping anyway. And Shannon Sharpe just done got into this messy thing where you get on YouTube and you done been involved in all kind of mess since you done joined the YouTube universe. So, I mean, guys, you're over 50 years old. instead of beefing, let's just start setting examples.
Yeah,
Well
you
said.
look at these two guys, and Shaq has become the Ralph Tresvant of the sports. He's always sensitive to everything everybody's saying, and he has to respond. He really doesn't have to, but he feels like he got to respond. And it's like, I got to say something, Lord. Let me say something back, and then I'll feel good about myself when I do say something. But like all of you said, it's worthless. Nobody really cares. All right. Lakers coaching search. Who's the next Laker coach, Red?
Oh God, man. Well, I was hearing JJ Redick, but I'm so glad if it looked like they coming off of him because that would have been a colossal mistake. Byron Scott came on Undisputed this week and made a great suggestion that look, LeBron, if you're gonna be in the next 2 or 3 years, why not just make you a player coach? I mean, you're doing it anyway, unofficially. So I mean, you take yourself out the game, you put yourself in the game. You probably over there drawing the plays, you making the personnel decisions. So I mean, honestly, it ain't no coach they gonna find, with the exception of Mark Jackson or maybe a Jeff Van Gundy, that's gonna come in with the cachet the way LeBron just gonna listen to every word he say. So if that's the look, LeBron, you got a problem with these coaches. Why don't you just coach the team?
Horace?
Hey, I couldn't agree more. Listen, if LeBron just go fire the coach anyway, you might as well make him the coach. So he ain't gonna fire himself. And another thing is, if we're gonna go down this, continue down this LeBron train and things of that nature, the NBA now let you get away with owning clutch sports in the background, which is pretty much illegal. You can't be a player. You can't be a player and a coach. So I'm sure they'll let you get away with that as well. So it looks like LeBron should go ahead and be the coach, but whoever it is, it ain't gonna be long anyway because they don't win the championship soon. Then they gonna be out anyway.
Maceo.
I'm going 3 for 3. Lebanon James, you coach the team. You're the smartest person in basketball. Your IQ is off the chart. We hadn't seen this in forever. LeBron, you the coach. Jenny Buss, he ain't gonna get rid of you, my boy. And you can bring Brandy. LeBron James, player coach. Let's do it. He do everything else. Let's go, LeBron.
All right. Next one. J.J. Watt versus Austin Rivers. They having a battle after Austin Rivers said 30 NBA players could go play football. And J.J. Watt looked at him like, you got to be kidding. 30 NBA players cannot play football. And they going back and forth. Whose side is right, Horace?
I'm going to go with J.J. Watt. Austin Rivers, this is probably why you got folks hating Duke because you're opening your mouth a little too much, not doing enough research, not doing enough background research. J.J. Watt is right. You ain't got no job right now, so why don't you come out there and try to play a little football? Yeah, you got some years in the league, but, you know, you had to defend the farm and things of that nature, and that didn't sound too good. So, I mean, it's probably just best to just ride off into the sunset, do some training and something like that. But I'm with J.J. Watt on that.
Maceo.
Both of them wrong. Both of them wrong. Both of them are wrong. Football players are football players. Basketball players are basketball players. Can't no guy go over there and average 10. Ain't no basketball player coming in the NFL and gonna get 6 catches for 100 yards. Stay in y'all lane. This is like the dumbest argument ever, but we're in a clickbait kind of world. Both of them wrong, coach. Both of them wrong.
Red.
Yeah, I'm leaning more to the Mayfield side. Yeah, both of them making crazy points. I mean, JJ, why are you even discussing anything with Austin Rivers? Of all people, Austin Rivers, JJ, out of all the NBA people to make comments, you choose to respond to Austin Rivers. Now, first of all, you too great of a player to be responding to Austin Rivers. And Austin Rivers, You don't need to be talking about the NFL no way with your little Nepo baby self, okay? You know folks just looking to take shots at you. So, like me will say, they both speaking out of turn. They both just running their doggone mouth. Just JJ got his new job on CBS, so he got to say some hot stuff. Austin, you got your little job on NBA today, so you feel like you got to say some hot stuff. Both of them just trying to make comments in the media, and it's both looking silly because these two statements ain't really pushing the envelope. Sorry, fellas, I know you want to be noticeable this week, but it is other comments and other situations going on that we really don't care what y'all two keeping about. So keep it quiet and move on. JJ, you stay in your lane. Austin, you stay in your lane, like Maceo said.
Maurice said I'm with Maceo. He was talking about the Shaq thing. This is trash, but I'm leaning towards Shaq as Shay got some sketchy stuff going on him. And he said, no, we
I would be surprised if Shaq is the next guest on Uncle Shay podcast. They might as well just kill this beef and let Shaq come on to be the next guest.
And Maurice said, no, we don't want any more Shaq food. Shaq's album, which was, okay, it was an album. We'll leave it at that. Winston said there's been numerous player coaches let LeBron run the show. And he also said football contact is entirely different than basketball contact. NBA can't cross over the NFL because the muscle memory isn't there, movement and contact wise. Could you imagine if he was in his prime, Shaq trying to get on the offensive line and block somebody? It would be an embarrassment. Shaq could get rolled over, and that'll be the end of that. They'd be like, next. Let's get somebody else in here, please. All right, next topic. Pat Riley has some comments to make to his star player Jimmy Butler about what he would do if he was playing. He said, basically told him, Jimmy Butler, be quiet. Was the Godfather right or wrong, Red?
Right. I mean, Pat Riley is no nonsense, and he's speaking that real talk, dude. You're not playing. You didn't even play in the series for us, which probably cost us. So what are you talking about? All this what if stuff, dude. The season is over. You didn't play. You didn't help us at all. Keep it quiet. Get yourself together. Be ready for next season. And just basically, Jimmy Butler, shut up.
Ours.
Whether Pat Riley right or wrong, his repetition precedes him. This was just a sign of saying that Jimmy Butler would not be in Miami next year, and that Pat Riley is once again the trump card of Miami. No one is going to come into Miami to make decisions or do anything or be bigger than the organization. Even the great LeBron James can be bigger than the organization. Pat Riley shut all of that down. So whether he's right or wrong, whether we like it or not, Pat Riley's reputation still holds the trump card.
Maceo.
Hey, look here. Y'all know Pat Riley a thug. Y'all know Pat Riley a gangster. He said what he said. And he meant every word of it. Horace, you are absolutely right. Jimmy Butler, go on to sell your house in Miami. Get ready to start finding you somewhere else to live, my boy. It's over. Pat Riley, he ran LeBron away. He finna run you away. Nobody's safe in Miami, man. Pat Riley for president.
All right. Last topic. Rashee Rice. Lord, Rashee Rice is in trouble again with the NFL for an alleged assault that happened at a nightclub at 2 in the morning, whatever time in the morning. And now he may be tied into another legal problem. Is it time for Rashee to say bye-bye, Maceo?
Dude, Rashee Rice clearly doesn't want to play football. This is a cry for help as far as him wanting to be a regular 9-to-5 guy. He wants a job at Kroger or Lowe's or Home Depot or something. He does not want to run routes in the NFL. It's too tough. So he's crying to get kicked out of the NFL. He's doing a good job. See Rashee Rice at your future Home Depot. help you take your stuff out to your car.
Horace.
The only thing I got to say is where all the pastors at in Kansas City? Because obviously this is a cry for help. You know, there's so many pastors on IG, on Facebook, and all this social media talking about how they want to help the young youth. Well, don't overlook Kansas City because there's a young man in Kansas City that is crying for help. So it is a cry for help. Maybe Andy Reid may need to exercise his fatherism to try to see if he can bring him in and get Mr. Rice back on track, because right now he's on his way out of the NFL and it's not looking good for him.
Red.
See what that say right there? What she is? We always hiring, dog. So trust me, in a few years, you gonna be needing to look us up soon, man. Like Maceo and Hart say, dude, you are definitely crying to get out the NFL because you definitely don't want to remain in the NFL. Okay, you out here wrecking cars, you out here assaulting reporters or whoever you assaulting in nightclubs. That's letting us know you ain't trying to be in the NFL because this season right here, this season is already done. Once you ain't even met Roger Goodell for your first incident, much less you got 2 incidences now, dude, you are not going to be playing football this year. I promise you. You might as well just say you're going to be suspended for the entire year. At first, you might have got 6 or 7 games, because of the one incident. But now, you might not play at all this season. And your future after this season is in jeopardy. Dude, whatever message you trying to send by these incidents, trust me, the NFL will survive without you. It will go on. And Pat Mahomes will find another receiver, okay? Man, somebody help this kid. Rev, you a KC fan now, so I'm going to put the onus on our own Rev. Maybe you need to make a call down there. Somebody need to help this boy, because like we say, he going to be out the league soon. He probably done for this year. And if you plan on playing in 2025 or beyond, you're going to need some help, buddy. Because, man, you are not making great decisions on your own. And it's sad because you got talent. You Super Bowl champion. Oh, basically, is he even going to get his ring when they had a ceremony, or they just going to mail it to him? Like, man, don't even show up for the ring ceremony. Wow. We're gonna send your mail to your next employer, UPS. We're gonna UPS it to you. I wouldn't even have him at the ceremony. You're gonna bring us down.
Pat Riley is a man who doesn't. Jimmy Butler got the message loud and crystal clear. He also said, Horace, you ain't never lied. Trust me, I know. Winston said Jimmy, good talking, might be gone this offseason. We talked about that. He might be gone. Rashee Rice needs to just stay in a cocoon until training camp begins. He blowing his NFL career. And he also said, Winston said Rice needs Jesus and a mentor. He's going to join a new squad, the Geek Squad, fixing computers.
He now should tighten up that resume. He better tighten up that resume ASAP.
Yeah, because he gonna need it.
It's a shame that a kid that it was projected and possibly gonna be the number one wideout for the Chiefs is not blowing all that and throwing it away because immaturity and foolishness and just trying to be something that he's not. Ain't nothing good happens at 2 a.m. I don't care what he says. Or what do you think about you out 2 a.m? You setting yourself up for a potential problem. So
nothing good happens outside the house.
No, well, that's what I meant. If you out and about,
for him, he is proving that like a mug.
Yeah, how's the rest?
He ain't even got his bag yet. You still on your rookie deal. I would think you get your bag first before you start making some of these mistakes.
And at this rate, he'll never see the bag. I hope he's saving his money. There's money
gonna be tied up in legal issues and all the money he gonna have to pay these creditors that for this car trouble. Because he leasing these, man, dude. You're gonna have so much financial issues after this car situation and after these legal troubles you in. Man, even the little money you making on your rookie deal probably gonna be gone. That's why I say you should have got your bag before we messing up like this.
Hey, like Macy, I always say, where are the good dads at these days?
Mm-hmm. That's
on,
true.
man.
Where are they?
Now,
So we hopefully the
even though
young
I
man.
raised by a single mother, I want to think I wouldn't have made no dumb choices like this right here. But yeah, dude, you definitely need some guidance.
Maury Thrower says, since the Reverend Doctor is a quasi Chiefs fan, maybe we can send him to Rice to give Rice a much needed healing. Lay hands on him.
Rev need to make a trip down there and talk to him or something.
Yeah, most of his money wins they're going to lawsuits from the accident. Geek Squad incoming. Yeah, it's pretty much a done deal. Unless Rashee Rice got something or lawyers we don't know about. I don't know Johnny Cochran's around nowadays, so I don't know how you gonna pull this one off.
That boy gonna be getting out mulch. You gonna go to Lowe's, Rashee Rice gonna get your mulch, and you're like, hey, I need like 10 bags. Meet me up a truck.
It's messed up, man. Boy, you got some talent. Sad, that's how it gonna end for you.
But the good thing about it, like Maceo said, he be getting that much. He got the speed. He gonna get it to you quick.
You get it,
you ain't gonna wait long.
and we know it. And he got some good size, so we know he's strong. He gonna be able to handle them bags and get them on that truck fast, man. He gonna be the best employee in Lowe's history. Like he gonna be a 5-star mulch mover at Lowe's, man. I see you. Good job, Rashee. Come on, Rashee. Get your life together, Rashee. Come on, dog. Come on, man. Be better. Be better.
I'm curious to see how the NFL is gonna handle this situation. Well, how many days? I mean, how many games he gonna be off, or is he done, or whatever?
He might be out for the year.
Now, I know we can all agree, and I'm just gonna ask: if Adam Silver was handling this, Rashee probably would have got 1 game suspension and maybe some fine, and that'd have been
a fine. He would still been playing. Adam Silver ain't suspending nobody. Such a nice guy. He's such a nice guy. Such a nice guy.
He trying. He said he's trying. He just made a mistake. Okay. All right. You have the right. Is our last segment. You have the right to somebody has the right to do something. Somebody has the right. That might be Rashee calling now, trying to tell us about his problem. But who has the right to do what and where?
Okay, I guess I'll start. Kirk Cousins. Well, you got the right to come to camp, boy, healthy and with 0 problems, boy. Because after the way Michael Penix going to impress these coaches this week, you the one going to have to come to training camp and convince them to let's see what you can do. Because I'm telling you, we're going to be in awe with Penix after this week, man. So, Kirk Cousins, you got the right to give us a reason why you should get on the field before play over Penix. Because right now, Michael Penix is my quarterback. And ain't nobody changing my mind on that. So, Kirk Cousins, you have the right to show all the Falcon fans why you should be the number 1 quarterback over Michael Penix. But it don't matter. Either or, as long as we win that division, we're going to be fine.
Red, a side note, I'm going to need you to say Michael's name right, because every time you say it, it sounds like something else. And we know what that is. You said
I got to give him a nickname, MPJ.
It's Michael Penix. It's Penix, not Penix. Because next thing you know, they'll let that catch on, and then next thing you know, it'll be all over the internet. We hope not. We're gonna work on it. We're working on it. It's okay.
MPJ. I got to get the proper nickname. I got to come up with a good nickname.
All right. Horace. What you got?
Trae Young, you have the right to commit to defense and the Atlanta Hawks in the offseason since you done left Clutch Sports. And I hope CAA has a defensive training program that you can use in the offseason to help your defense
of skills. So Trae Young, you have the right to switch to a agency that says, okay, I am committed to the Atlanta Hawks and get my defense better. So let's hope and pray that that's why you left Clutch and went to CAA. And I'll be praying for you.
All right. All right. Maceo.
NFL, you have the right to sell those Christmas games to anybody you want. I'm hearing Netflix is going to offer $75 million to broadcast both games on Christmas Day. But I'm pretty sure Amazon and some of these other streaming services are going to top that $75 million. So NFL, you got the right to keep printing money because you guys have created a monster, and I just don't think any sport can slow the NFL down. So keep getting money, owners, players. Roger Goodell, you getting ready to get a raise. This man make $45 million a year. He's about to get another raise because everybody is eating in the NFL. So NFL, y'all got the right to keep making money, dog. Who gonna stop you?
Now, Maceo, when Roger Goodell fines players, does he get that money too? When he fines players?
It goes into a trust, and then they distribute that fine money to the end of the year toward different charities that the owners and whoever deem it to go to. So yeah.
I was gonna say Rashid Rice, you might as well just pay your whole check to Roger Goodell because you ain't gonna be getting it. Might as well just sign it on over to him. Just go ahead and do it. Roger Goodell name on it.
Well, the thing about it, Red, the money come the money come right out their check. They don't even get to they get a FedEx envelope in their locker with the fine. Telling them what's being deducted from their check that week.
Right. So, okay, so they already direct deposit or direct withdrawal from it already.
They get when they get that letter, you know how we got FICA and all that stuff. Then they say NFL fine, and it tell you the fine like $25K going to the NFL. Yeah.
Boy, I go crazy if I see thousands of dollars missed out my door. Boy, I go crazy. I don't care what I did. I be like, man, I want my money.
So
that's why you got to be a good boy.
That's why you see those guys when they make a play and they get a target in the car, and then you see them, they be like, because they know the check gonna be light on Tuesday morning. It's gonna be light.
That means they know gonna have some explaining to do to the wife or baby mama. Oh, baby, come on now. All right, now you promised me. You said we were going up. You can just imagine those discussions, man.
Like it's funny, real funny story, real quick. My little cousin, this is third year. This will be his third season with the Rams. So he got they warned him about his socks. Like it was like week 2 or week 3. So he was like, I'm gonna pull them up a little bit more. Man, he called me that Tuesday. He was like, man, they just fined me $12,500 for these socks. I say, I bet you're gonna pull them socks up. He ain't had a sock issue no more.
I bet not.
No more.
Man, yeah. That's what I say. You got to charge me one time. Let me miss one chunk of change. I'm gonna be okay. Whatever I got to do, man. I can't afford this. I'm trying to build a house.
$12,000 for your socks. Yeah, dog. Pull them socks up, dog. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it.
That's like a 2 or 3 cars right there. At least down payments or something. But you can do a lot with $12,000. Much less paying on some stocks.
One lump sum, $12,500, right out your check. Crazy.
All right. I'm going with the WNBA. This is your time. This is your time, WNBA.
One job.
Thank you. You had a right to market your program to show complete improvement this year, monetarily, visually, and physically. This is your time to capitalize on what you got coming in and the players you got and the teams you got to show the sports world that you can sustain your availability and your program. So if you mess it up, nobody has ever said who is the director of marketing for the WNBA. I'm sure it's probably anonymous, They don't want anybody to know how bad they've been doing. So
whoever it is need to be fired. Go on and fire that lady. I don't know why y'all being so nice. Get her up. Whoever it is need to be fired. Because they about to blow this.
One job.
well, it starts Tuesday with the basketball games on TV. I can say this though. Caitlin Clark is doing her job, and I'm not just singling her out, but I looked at the Indiana Fever. Their average per game last year was 4,000. Their first home game, they had 13,000. So they said we're gonna do our part, and people gonna come. So we're gonna see if it's
that Indiana coach feeling herself. I was listening to her in the media the other day. She talking big talk, like, yeah, I got Caitlin Clark on my team, so I can talk now. I'm telling you, so don't tell me these folks ain't feeling themselves. These coaches, they better take advantage of this right here. You gonna know, I bet you gonna know this Indiana Fever coach name in the next 2 or 3 weeks, because she definitely gonna be talking in the media. Yeah, I can't believe it. We had those girls, we were D'ing up. I told them before we even started the game. Like, calm down, lady.
One job, WNBA. One job.
Yeah.
One job.
Yeah,
Can't blow this.
If you mess it up this time, then I don't know. I guess
you ain't got Kobe's daughter to lean on, so you got to market it now.
One job.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of the show. We had a good time talking basketball, talking football, talking everything that goes on in the world of sports. This time, we want to apologize to everybody. We didn't get to do NHL hockey. We'll be back next week with your NHL hockey report. We apologize. I know it's getting deep to the Stanley
Braves report either.
Oh, we didn't do the Braves report? You want to do
it
real quick?
You know, Braves and first. I can give you a quick little report. We went undefeated, 3-0. Pitching was good. Bats seemed like they coming alive with the weather change. Now it was cold before, the weather warming up, and bats about to get hot. So whoever we playing in the next 2 or 3 weeks, get ready, because the Braves finna go on the street. I can see that happening.
Let's go.
And yeah, this is their time. They got the Mets. They want to pound on the Mets all the time. So here you go.
Chris Sale was a man. That dude, the way he pitching, man. If he just pitched like that the rest of the season, Lopez, Free, with the exception of the Dodger game, but Free, like he coming to his own. Uncle Charlie last night was unbelievable. If this pitcher hold up, I know the bat's gonna be there. We good. We good, y'all. I have a much detailed report next week.
Snitker, you better try to jump on it now, or else you might hear this, Snitker. You big dummy, you big dummy, you big. We don't want you to have to hear that. So this is your time to capitalize. You got Rodrigo Lopez also, who's in the tops in ERA. His ERA is like 156.56 or something like that. So if the bats get woke, maybe the pitching stays, hey, they could be back in first place again. But
we got 2 Cy Young candidates and 1 MVP candidate right now. So keep it up.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you were with us for the whole show, we want to thank you all. We also, before we check out, we want to send out a big shout out to all the moms, all you moms out there. Enjoy your Mother's Day. Be celebrated. Get to go out and eat a nice dinner.
My mama gift.
Yeah.
My mama's gift.
Right there. Because we know.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers in the world. Enjoy your day, ladies. You deserve it.
Yes, y'all, if y'all in the ATL, get your husbands or sons or daughters, whoever, to take you to Roots Chris or somewhere, because we know for Father's Day, the fathers will be eating Campbell beans and weenies. We know that already. And there's no need to try to hide it. They'll be eating from the can or whatever. So enjoy your time out with your mom. Celebrate your mom. If you all had moms that have passed, God bless you. We hope you do something to remember that memory. And also, like we said at the beginning of the show, on some of the groups, if you all don't know this guy named, the young man named Eddie Carswell, who lost his life over the during the week, we want to say rest in peace to Eddie Carswell. He was an active member of most groups on Facebook, but he passed this past week. So we want to send a shout out to him and his family.
You know, Maceo, he's doing all that like Fort Valley along. Like I say, Big Hill guy. Like I say, we lost a good one. ATL. Eddie Carswell. Rest in peace, dog. We love you. We gonna miss you, man. We're gonna make sure these Falcons rise up for you. And every time they do something well, Eddie, we gonna give you a shout out. Because we know you up in heaven looking down on you.
And we want to thank once again Hard from the Sports Roundtable Wednesdays from 7 to 9 on your local Facebook channel, and also Maceo Hurd, who's seen at everything from archery to volleyball in the ATL. Just pick it, he'll be there.
Our volleyball team is getting ready to win a world title, everybody. So Atlanta Vibe, get ready, y'all. Get ready.
Atlanta's own media personality, Maceo Hurd. That's right, man. Gonna keep man taking everywhere with them across the nation for the football. We appreciate that Super Bowl. Man,
y'all,
I love it.
Y'all, man. We for the people, baby. Let's keep going.
Yes, sir, man. I so appreciate it, fellas.
Hey, you two, Maceo and Horace, don't check out just yet. Hold on for a minute. We're going to end the show, but don't y'all check out just yet.
Okay.
That's it, everybody. Enjoy your Mother's Day weekend. We'll talk to you all later. Peace.